just probably went out to smoke real quick.
So did
Oh,
Bruce
did he?
recently join the Endeavors as well?
Oh, Bruce is a big part of the network now. I mean, he hasn't been here that long, but he's definitely been an asset. He's helping us with cover arts and then leading these paint and sips. And he's got a lot of ideas. Bruce is a very talented individual. He's got skit ideas. He just brings a whole nother element, a whole nother persona, whole nother
that
great.
you just reminded me while you said that. Diamond, the very next time it snows here, we're about to release a skit that we did with Ty Riggs, which is funny, and it was a concept that I had. But we're definitely gonna want you sharing that shit in Israel, and you know a bunch of Cali motherfuckers, and it's called Winter Parking in Chicago Be Like.
Okay.
And we're just showing how ignorant winter parking is, like how you gotta shovel shit, put shit there, fucking. And it's real funny with Ty Riggs voiceover and shit. We can send it to you early, but we don't really need that.
Okay, whenever you want, let me know. I'll share.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, doing skits is honestly the move, for real.
Yeah, it's one way to get people to get a whole lot of attention you otherwise would not have gotten.
Yeah, like if you keep making funny content, people are gonna want to keep seeing the funny content, especially if it's original content. Like I was voiceovering stuff that wasn't even mine, and people were like, "Do another one." So when it's yours, it's even funnier,
This
Yeah, I
is
was
true.
gonna ask you what happened with the TikTok grind.
Man,
You know
that was
what?
part of I had to disconnect. I really went cold turkey on everything. I had to disconnect to get my mind right.
Social media was fucking with your mental state, huh?
It really was. And then I was also just like, I was telling myself like I actually need to sit down, make a plan, and then put that plan into action. And I made everything that this plan happen.
Hey Henry, bring the car key to the back door.
All right.
Isaiah, you love being all over
upstairs back door?
Yeah, the downstairs back door. Bruce right there. Yeah, Diamond, I'm a man who does many things.
When you gonna stop smoking cigarettes? Cause I'm not judging, but I be smoking them every now and then too.
Soon, the shit is killing me.
No, Isaiah, don't say that.
Well, lots of things are killing us all, but yeah, no, I'm actually outside of me drinking, I'm down to probably like 2, maybe 3 a day.
Okay, that's not bad. You feel like you drink a lot? You always make
I'm an alcoholic.
You say that, but like, bro.
I mean, what do you consider a lot? Like
every day you drink.
It's been a long time since I've gone 72 hours.
But the question is like, okay, drinking every day is probably still not, I wouldn't say alcoholic, because if you're just drinking like a beer or two, like what's the amount every day?
It depends on the day. Depends on what I'm doing. Depends on
I just got hella personal.
We get personal on this bitch. It's cool.
Are we live? Oh, we are live. Oh,
hey,
man.
But
so tell me more about your alcoholism.
But definitely before we got into alcohol, we can get in that later. We definitely were discussing Bruce. Bruce, you trying to, because Diamond want to see what's up with you, bro. What you got going on, and
doing in the studio.
Yeah, but definitely, I was just saying that he brought a different element, definitely a great element to us. Artistic element. He's not just a painting artist. He's got a lot of different talents, a lot of things he's helping us with. So it just brings a whole nother element, man. We've been, Bruce has been, that dude from high school. You know that.
Right. Honestly, I didn't know you were an artist in that sense, Bruce. Like, were you always drawing even in high school and painting?
I was paying attention in class. I was in my notebook drawing half the time, but I didn't start taking it serious to like maybe the last 2 years.
Yeah.
It was like I met a motherfucker and he was just, we got real cool, and I was just asking him, how do you support yourself? He was showing me what he do. Like he literally support himself fully art. Like man ran up like and that just motivated me. Like fuck it, I could do something with this too. You know what I'm saying? Like it was always for fun and and just like you know, just to be like, I give paintings to people, drawings and shit, you know, it was just like personal for me for a while, but now I just want to see what I can do with it. And yeah,
That's
I
what's
like,
up.
I like that they reached out to me and, you know, they believed in what I'm doing. And I just, you know, I appreciate these brothers for, you know, allowing me to put my time to work, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate just the whole opportunity to do all of this, painting tips and other, you know, jobs and other, you know, stuff that we can create together. Like, so just the lane
Absolutely.
for it, you know, put all these ideas to use. Like, you know, I'm transitioning from a lot of, you know, stuff that I had to deal with in my past. So it's like, you know, this is, you know, the avenue for me right now. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm sure it's therapeutic, you know. How could it not be?
It's definitely a release for me. Aside from that, is joyous. Like I love creating stuff and seeing like how it's gonna come out because you can picture it before it's done. Just like you know, it's just a way for me to challenge myself.
So I need to be muted.
No,
Isaiah,
you're
you're
good.
so
We hear you.
ignorant.
My fault.
Bruce is literally telling me something real like,
Oh, I couldn't hear it. That's why I couldn't hear.
I know it's all
yeah,
good.
Bruce, ignore Isaiah.
It's all good. But yeah,
Wait, but I was gonna ask you, so painting is one thing, but then being able to like lead other people to like what you guys did with the Kanye album artwork, like how did you go about leading everybody to follow the steps to make the exact same painting?
well, initially we wasn't that wasn't even my idea to do that painting. Like I did it, I gifted that to the studio, but Isaiah, you know, and he gave me the idea to do it. And then like Henry was like, fuck it, let's just do it. Like, all right, fuck it. Like,
Wow.
but I feel like that, like I used to wonder, like when I painted and drew things, why other motherfuckers couldn't draw them either. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, is so I understood like my level of what I'm doing ain't no far from the average person. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And but
For
at the same
sure.
time, it's all about how much time and detail you put into it. That's what really separates great artists from the average person and shit. So,
Yeah. That's what's up. Well, I'm
I don't
really
know
happy to
that
be
that
here.
that Kanye though, it was simple enough for people to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know
But
how.
everybody's came out exactly the same. Like it was perfect.
Yeah, yeah. I remembered how I did it, and that's pretty much the just the way to go about leading it, like step by
Yeah.
step. You know, just want to be careful about doing it. So that's really how I was able to lead it. Really, I was just being real. You know.
Okay. Are you able to tell us what everybody's gonna be drawing tonight?
Yeah, we gonna reattempt what we were doing last night. It's a cartoon version of Magic Don Juan.
Wait, who's Magic Don Juan? Do I know who that is?
Bishop Don Magic Wand.
I got you. I'm gonna screen share it.
Creed
Okay,
for the money, go for the honey.
Uh,
One of the most famous, prolific women advocates in this country.
let's see.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's funny.
An advocate for feminism.
Both.
Yeah, we gotta pay homage to him before they cancel him. You know.
Oh, he's definitely on the list to get canceled, without a doubt.
Who is this?
He's a pimp.
From Chicago. You never seen Don Juan?
Sounds familiar.
Hey, Diamond, do you remember? I think it was
Don
Candy
Magic,
Shop, the video.
Don Magic Juan is an American former pimp, preacher, hip hop personality, actor, and fashion designer from Chicago.
That is so many different career paths in one.
He definitely a fashion.
That's all that pimping brings.
Well, nobody dressed like him. He remind me of that guy from Harlem, Dapper Dan or something.
Dapper Dan.
Yeah.
I think Dapper Dan worked with one of the big brands now, like Versace or one of them.
Yeah, he would I think Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton, yeah.
Yeah, and Gucci.
Yeah.
Like both of them fuck with him.
Hey, so Diamond, I got a question for you. I've been watching this guy a lot lately on YouTube. I fucking love him. I love him. I think he's fucking hysterical. But you know, I also like a lot of problematic shit. I don't think that he's problematic. He's a lifestyle coach. His name's Kevin Samuels.
Okay.
Women call into his show frequently. Women and men call into his show, but they call in frequently, and they're all like, women are always trying to figure out how to find themselves what they consider a high value man, typically over 6 figures.
Okay.
He calls it the 3 6s: 6 figures, 6 pack, and 6 some other shit. I can't remember. Oh, 6 feet tall, 6 figures, and 6 pack.
Okay.
All right. But a lot of the women that call in will be like, I'm 34, I'm a single mom. Why can't I feel like I'm better than, 50%? Basically, they all want a nigga that's in the top 10 percentile, but they're not a top 10% women.
Okay.
Why do you think that it is that so many women feel as though they deserve more than what 85 to 90% of men are able to get them?
I think there could be so many answers to that. I think there could be a group of people that just want somebody to take care of them. That could just be simply that. Like, I don't feel like working. I just want somebody to take care of me. There could be a group of women that feel like,
if you're bad enough, you can get that, right? Like if you look good enough and are willing to put up with certain shit, you can get that, right?
I would definitely say so. I mean, I've personally seen people put up with stuff I wouldn't necessarily ever put up with, but just for money. So I think that in a sense, it's like, are you even gaining anything? Like, just because you're dating somebody with money, but you're putting up with like a really horrible relationship or like really strict rules where you can't really do anything. Like, you have to sort of be, I don't know. There's so many, that's the thing. Like, there's not one answer because there's so many different avenues of how this could go. Like, there's so many different types of dudes that have money, and there's so many different types of relationships.
I got a question for you. So
Yeah.
it's okay to want those things. I agree. Like, we all want, but do you think, like, because a lot of these females, and you've given insight on this, to think that they deserve it. Do you think that want and deserve is two different things, right? Because this guy basically explains, like, hey, you want these things, but these dudes don't want you for a reason, and I don't know. It's hard. I mean, it's just a lot of different factors, you're right, that go into it. But the day, it's kind of like you want who you want, But
Well, yeah.
you can want things, but do you deserve those things, or have you earned those things?
And you could also feel like you deserve those things and get rejected. I mean, I could feel like I deserve the greatest love story on earth, and I could end up never getting that. Like, but that's because I feel like, well, this is my worth and what I feel like my worth is. Like, I shouldn't settle for any less. So I think in a certain sense, when people are looking at, I want somebody at this level, I don't even think they're looking at it like, because I made it to that level. It's like, well, I want somebody here because I want the person who's here to treat me the way I feel like I'm going to be treated, because that's where they're at. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying too. I get what you're saying, like, well, why? But that's the thing. There's a lot of men that are up here and they don't care where she's at. There's a lot of men.
This is one of the things that he talks about a lot, Diamond, that you brought up. This is and a lot of women are like, oh, I make X amount of money, and one of the things that he continuously explains to women is men don't care how much money women make or what their level of education is.
Right. Because it goes back to our, like, what are our primal instincts, where it's like the nurturing and what's the word I'm looking for? Like the
women want providers.
Hunter-gatherer, whatever. Like, men, I don't know if it's in their DNA to naturally say, like, I'm looking for a woman to take care of me, So they're not even thinking about how she's gonna take care of me. Can she afford me? They're like, wait, I gotta get my shit together to take care of her. I've heard so many men tell me that they will not commit because they feel like they just don't have enough money, or they won't even like be in any type of relationship because they don't feel like they have enough money. I've never thought to myself, I'm not gonna be with a guy right now because I'm broke. I've never had that thought.
Yeah, but that's also the luxury of being a woman in a capitalistic world.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying.
Your value is not determined by money, but for a man in this world, our value is determined by our ability to provide. You see what I'm saying? How many guys have you liked, but you just, you were attracted to them, but you couldn't be with them because they ain't shit niggas, or they're just broke ass, ambitionless niggas.
See, I took me some years to learn to actually have certain standards when it came to men and like what they were providing, because I was definitely putting up with whatever at a certain point. And then I got to a point where I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start having standards for certain things, because it was like, why shouldn't I get nice things? And I don't mean presents. I just meant like, why shouldn't I feel like somebody could take me on a date and not ask me to like go 50-50? Like, why shouldn't I have a guy that tells me like, absolutely not, like, don't even touch it? And he really means it. Not the like fake don't touch it, like that actually means it, don't touch it.
What is a fair compromise? Because realistically, I'm not in the dating world, but if I was, I understand paying the bill. Do you think that it would be fair to be like, okay, I take care of the bill, you take the tip?
Look, the thing is, all that stuff, it could be fine between two people that just come to that agreement. It's all dependent on the vibe that the two people have, because no case, not every case is the same. I could date somebody and really start liking him and have such a good time, and then I become such a giver, and then I genuinely do want to take the whole bill sometimes, or I'll be like, yeah, I got this, or I got that, or I'll randomly want to buy you a gift. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends. But I think the important thing is that beginning stage when you're courting. I don't know if it sounds very like anti-feminism, but it's a preference for me. My preference is for a guy to wine and dine and like show me.
You want to be courted.
Yeah, like show me you're okay with doing that. Don't act stingy all like from day one. At that point, I'm gonna be like, oh, you couldn't even like pay for the first date. Like, what is that?
So in your group chat with the girls, you be calling them like, this broke boy.
Oh yeah. Well, I would say I'm the most tolerant of all my friends, because all my friends are very like, if he does not do this, and that on day one, he is cut off, blocked forever. I'm the one that be like, well, let's see, maybe,
Okay. So I'm really glad that you brought that up. If he does it, you qualify the date, right? If he don't do X, Y, and Z, then he don't qualify. Now, suppose he does all those things. Do women ever think, okay, well, one of his qualifications are, I need them cheeks or that neck, throat, something like that. This night, if she don't give me these cheeks or at least some of that throat, then she don't qualify for a second date.
That's okay, because guess what? I got my free meal and you didn't get the cheeks, and I'm never gonna hear from you again. So win-win.
Diamond. So we were talking about this earlier too, and he mentions the guy he's talking about, Kevin Samuels, mentioned this a couple times too. Men like we calculate shit in our head a lot, and whether we like it or not, we're always in competition with other men, like even subconsciously. There's an issue I've had for like years, years I've had this issue where it's like some of these females is like they want you to do all this extra shit, but I know like dudes have gotten them cheeks for free, or like that. It's just like for less. And it's like, why am I gonna do all this extra shit when you have, because like you said, like something we dealt with ancient people. And it's just fucked up because really you shouldn't even think like that. But that's how I think. Like, oh no.
No, because I'll correct what I mean though. I'll correct what I mean.
No. I didn't. I wasn't meaning meant that. I was asking for myself personally.
Yeah.
It was like just like some. It was like a separate kind of on topic, but a different topic. I wasn't like aiming it towards you at all. But I was just saying in general, how men think.
Yeah.
That.
It's like okay, so first of all, some things could have happened. It could have been, like I said, like I might have put up with some things in the past, and I might have been insecure in my early 20s, and I might have let like stuff that I'll never let happen to me happen back then. Or I might have just put up with enough bullshit and then eventually said, you know what, that's it. From now on, it's gonna be like this, strict rules, that's it. I'm not settling for any less. I know my worth and I'm not going through that again. Like I really genuinely believe that's what most women end up doing. I wouldn't say nobody does this because there are people who genuinely are just like, yeah, I want money. It's because I want all your money and give me all your money. And like we've heard it in every song. We know City Girls, and we know that's just like the culture right now. Like it's like get him for all he's got. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what was it like the Cardi B scandal. She was
It's
talking
hard
about
out
drugs.
here for people like me. Hard, you know, because I'm not doing none of that stuff out here.
And that's the thing. Okay, so that's where it becomes an issue. I think there is some kind of middle ground where both sides can win. And I really think that it just depends on the two people. If I saw that a man was working hard and he was putting in effort to like show me that he was genuinely interested in me, he doesn't need to buy me a Louis Vuitton. He just needs to, whatever is at his level, show me his like, I don't know, interest in me.
So edible arrangements is acceptable.
Yeah, like that would be really sweet. Like if I really like this person and he's putting in an effort, and I'm not saying every day give me a gift or something, but when you're courting me, you know, show it. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm like that.
That's
Like
been
if
my issue. One of my issues with me too is like before I ever do anything like that type of you have to know that you fuck with me for me first. That's always my issue. It's like I'm not giving out nothing until I know you mess with me first as a person, as a human being. Because I know, you know, I mean, we all should think this in our own head, like value yourself higher. I think I'm the coolest dude out here, you know, in my head, you know, and I'm
yeah,
how we all should feel. And it's
right.
like I need you to know that a female messes with me first. Like, hey,
That's
just speaking it
why.
on some cool shit. And then later down the line, maybe those extra things will come in monetarily. But it's like it's hard when it's like I said, it's hard because you never know if someone's actually messing with you for you or for
Right.
that. So that's why, you know, I mean, this is how I've been for years. Like my frame of thought has been the same way for like 7, 8 years now. It's just I just been more, I think, more mature about it now. I'm more mature about it.
Yeah.
I'm direct of what I want. I tell what it is. But before I was, it was more of an emotional standpoint back then. Where now it's more just of a logical standpoint. It's like I want for my own self, I want to know that they fuck with me first. And then it's hard out here when the culture, like you said, is, spend that bag, or take this
Right.
dude's bag type of thing. And you're competing with, you're talking to females you're competing with their dudes are just throwing bread at these females and
Right. Right.
throwing, so it's tough out here. People
And
like
that's
me.
the thing. Like I think that if I think the easiest way to start off is just like really small things like dinner. Like you guys go to dinner and you pay for the bill. That's it. It doesn't have to be buying gifts, like physical gifts all the time. And I don't know if maybe even that is too much that you're thinking like even that
Dollar
is
man, what's up with dollar? No, I'm just playing. I mean, I guess it depends. It all depends, like I said. But usually, I mean, because you'll do stuff like that, but you'll probably be in talks with someone for a little while before you even do that. So
yeah.
you can kind of, I can tell by vibes. So I'm not saying like, but it's like you can tell by vibes if they're really messing with you for you, at first. So, I mean,
That's what I
yeah,
was gonna say. You could really find out quickly. Like you could go on one dinner date and know if it's a yes or a no. Like because unless somebody's really just like, I'm just gonna keep using him for dinner, you
yeah.
could you could see if it's a yes or a no.
Because you see because you see the like the memes and stuff like free tacos, like they have dudes saved on the free food, free tacos. I'm like, that could never be me
Yeah.
under circumstances, just because I hold myself in that high regard that I could never be that type of individual.
And you would never be that guy because
Oh, I
that guy,
know.
I'm gonna tell you, that guy is usually a guy who even is aware that he's like the free food
Oh
guy.
yeah, I believe that too.
He, he
Isaiah, bro,
chooses that guy.
in your past days, you was the free taco man when you was teenagers, 19, 20 years old. What's up?
No, look. My thing, and I don't have a problem. Like if I'm just friend, like me and Diamond been friends forever. We could have went to fucking pizza by the school and I would have got her a slice of pizza if I had it, if we were doing that. And I wouldn't have felt no way about it. But if I think that there's a possibility that I could get some cheeks and like, and that's what I'm seeking out here, I'm pretty much gonna, in my early dating years before I met the love of my life to who I am now happily married, before all of this in my previous life,
Yeah.
I was sussing that out pretty fucking quickly, because if I don't think that I'm getting something out of this exchange, then I really just kind of feel like I'd rather be kicking it with the guys.
Yeah. So that's a good point he brought up too. Like, yeah, so I don't want to say like I don't pick, because I actually, friends of mine, and it could be a female friend that I'm cool with, we'll go out and out, I don't mind picking up, shit like that. So it's not like I'm against it's just I do that for the people that I fuck with and that fuck with me. So, and like you said,
that's different. That's different from the girl that you only really talk to just to set up what seems like a date, and then the dates never go. She don't never invite you in for a nightcap. You don't get the good morning text from her. She's probably texting other niggas on the days that you're not taking her out to lunch or dinner. Like that's simp activity to me.
Simp activity. That is.
I don't know how else to look at it.
Like if it's a female friend that I fuck with or on a certain level, or someone I've been talking to, when I'm like, yeah, it's a cool person, that's when, cool, yeah, I'll pay for lunch or dinner. Like, so that's what I mean. But it's not like off bat, like the first time first week I met this girl, I'm not gonna just take you out on like no date. Like, no, because I gotta
see. That's the thing. I think that's where the trap.
I was gonna say that too, Diamond. I think it's fine to take her out that first week to get to know her.
Yeah, because I think that the more you like think that way, the more the girl is gonna then be like, damn, he couldn't even like just at least take me out somewhere. And not because they want free food or money from you, for real. A lot of times, like, I get so mad when I was like really heavily out there dating dudes, when they would be like, oh, you could come chill like at my spot, like I got wine and stuff. It was just like, dang, you can't put a little more effort and energy to like just show me that you want to hang out somewhere that's not your house.
See, here's the play, guys. Diamond is what she's saying is how a lot of women feel.
Guys do.
What she's saying is how a lot of women feel. So what you have to do is you have to have plans to take her out on the date. You just make sure it's to a restaurant that's closed on that day that y'all have. And then that way, when y'all get to the restaurant, you can be like, oh shit, damn, I guess we could just get some food and go back to my crib.
No. And the worst too is when dudes will take you out on a date to a spot that's like downstairs from their house or something. Like that's
the move.
No, like dinner's over, like you want to come to my spot, and then it's like your house is right there. Like, man, now you definitely not get a cheeks, because
she made that sound like that's happened more than once. How many times that happened?
Because it does. First of all, I lived in Tel Aviv these last 3 years. It's like party city, dating city. Like I've gone on so many dates out here, and like I've seen it all for real. Like I've seen dudes pull all those little games. So I'm just onto it, and then I'll make my decision right then and there. Like, nah.
This ain't the one, Jack.
It's guys out here that are hella lazy with effort. They do not put in no effort. They are very blunt, bold, and just like, come to my house. Like, no. So I don't know. I think that's
okay. So question: is it guys out there, or is it guys on dating apps in general?
Could be. I never did dating apps in America. I had game in America, you know what I'm saying? But
so basically, your American game doesn't translate.
No. But for real, I like gave up on dating for a hot minute. Like I really was like, all right, I'm gonna focus and get out this country.
So you got rid of all your hoes, is what you're saying?
Yep.
Your
now,
rotation
I'm gonna be honest. Rotation is a thing. Now, it doesn't even mean you're sleeping with everybody, but it could be like one dude that's like super into you and always just like, please just let me like take you out. Let me just show you a good time, whatever. And then it could be one you actually are catching feelings for that's like barely putting in any effort and fucking doing absolutely nothing, but for some reason that's the one you really want. And then I don't know, whoever the other one is. But what?
Hey, no, it's the food guy. Don't forget food
What
guy.
you just explained to me is what I is my like biggest like fear of why like man dating these women are hard because it's like because I'm gonna go from experience. I've been single so long. I've messed with like females over the years, and sometimes I'll literally be messing with a female sexually. Then like I'll have sex with a female, and 3 days later they're in a relationship on social media. I'll be like,
Pregnant.
not or shit like that. And I'll be like, what the fuck?
Because
Damn.
that's what happens. Because like we
And not
test
even
the
me, I feel
waters.
bad for dude. Like it's just 3
But
days.
you guys do that too. Everybody tests the waters. You just gotta test your waters. You like, I really like this one, but he kind of playing right now. So I'm gonna give this guy that's been harassing me a chance. And then maybe he might come around. And then
But I mean, there shouldn't be like a little break in between the last time she messed with a prior dude to being in a relationship. I don't know. It could have happened on the spot. Who knows? Maybe dude just randomly asked her at that time and she was like, yeah.
Exactly. Like the dude she really been wanting finally came back around and he was like, I'm not trying to lose you. He could feel that she was giving somebody else her attention.
You know what? That's true.
And by attention, you mean cheeks.
But for dude though, I not even mind. Like dude, I'm like, damn, I'd be salty if I just did that. And then I don't even know that 2 days prior she was with some other dude. That's why it's my biggest fear. What you explained, because I've explained it, what exactly like that situation. And I'm like,
I'll be super honest about it. And I think that like maybe there's people that won't admit it, but
there's a lot of women that won't be honest.
I think men and women do the exact same things. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's not.
It's both sides. I'm a big advocate that it's both sides. Men are fucked up too, and that's
hold on. Women wouldn't be using men for free meals if there wasn't a whole lot of simp ass niggas ready to take their ass out for free meals just to be with them.
Like I told you this already, I think, but when I used to live in LA, there was this guy that literally was a guy that liked one of my friends. Me and her were like 20. She was probably 22 or something. This man was like 55 plus. She had never, and I know this, she had never done anything sexual with him. He just had money and he just wanted to take pretty girls out on a date. That's what he would say. And like me, her, another friend, all of us, we would just be going out, fine dining, best restaurants. We get all dressed up. We go bowling. And this man was literally just buying us dinner and like fun times. And he would just say that I just like having like beautiful women in my presence. And that was it. And we would just leave.
So Diamond, I got a question for you, Diamond. Have you ever had a dude fly you out anywhere? Like from where they was at, or just fly you out anywhere, just like, and then you took like pictures and he was not in one picture?
The fact that she paused for that long lets you know that the answer is not a simple no.
There'll be females that I know that go on these trips and I'm like, I know, your income, you know what I'm saying? I know that someone's flying you out and you're on these yachts and shit. I know someone's flying them out for sure.
So I've gotten fly out offers, but the closest thing that I've done to that is like one time this dude that we had like a history, he came to visit me in Chicago. He had been from LA. And because like how we ended years ago, I was like salty still. So I was like not trying to be romantic. And I don't know why I agreed to letting him visit. So then I was suddenly like super friend zoning him after he had like put in all this effort to come fly and see me for like a week. And I was posting pictures. Like I was just all by myself in Chicago. Like I even posted one and I wrote like, I think I said something like date night with myself, or I don't know, something like that. And he was like, so date night with yourself.
Damn, in his face.
That's dirty.
No, but like everything worked out in the end. Like we're good. I just needed to give him some, like, it was like revenge for what he had done to me years before.
Okay, so here's a question then, Diamond. But in the same vein of Henry's initial question, do you then, if let's say, we all know girls. I used to work at the gym, for example, and a lot of cute girls work at the gym, you know, in good shape. So a lot of older guys would like, you know, offer to, hey, come kick it on my boat or whatever. You know, odds are most men our age don't own boats.
Right.
So if you see a girl or a bunch of cute girls on somebody's boat, odds are they're on somebody older's boat. If you
It's
get
always the
flown,
one plug friend. That's it. All you need is one plug friend. The one girl who
that's a
got the
fact.
connect, and then she's just like, "Hey, I got the boat Saturday. We're there." He said I could bring all of you, and then boom, it's like best time ever.
All right, so here's my question: if you get flown out, right, or something along those lines, not saying that that's what you do. I'm saying that if you get flown out or whatever, and at the end of the day, or on this trip, you get flown to the Dominican Republic, you get invited on this vacation with this man.
I already know what you're about to ask.
Don't you think that something is expected?
I was just about to say, I knew you were going to ask. I would never accept a flued out offer if I wasn't trying to smash. Like,
right.
I would never, ever, ever fly somewhere if I was not interested in the man.
Okay, but you understand how a man could be confused by a woman who accepts that offer and then does not.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't know. I wouldn't ever accept it. I can't even give you an answer on why somebody would do that, because I would never accept the offer if I thought I was going to get there and be like, oh, no, I'm not trying to do anything.
Bro, the first night, it would go wrong for me.
I think people have, like, didn't that happen to Future and then he, like, kicked her out?
Get your own hotel, do what you got to do.
Exactly. Like, you could end up getting kicked out and losing the hotel room and then be really stuck. What are you gonna do?
End up like that one girl that needed to GoFundMe to get back home.
Right. That's what I was gonna say that happened.
Hey, wasn't that fake?
I don't know if she was faking it, but the story was that she went down to Atlanta for All-Star Weekend and then she used she was waiting on some unemployment money. I don't know. She raised like $1,600.
No. She raised the money. But I was seeing people online say that she was never even in Atlanta.
Oh, it could be.
Crazy.
I mean, hey, look, I wouldn't have gave her no money to get back home. So, you know.
Me neither. She said she was waiting on an unemployment check that never came through. Like, man,
so what the fuck are you doing going on vacation?
Right. What are you doing in that? She wanted to meet a baller, you know.
Yeah, and that's another thing. What makes so many women who are, like, let's say on an average scale, right? Most of these women are 6, 7s, and I don't know, some of them are 8s. What makes them think that they deserve this dude who's literally one of the top athletes in the world and literally making the top 5% of money in the world? Why should he take...
Because these athletes do end up wanting to smash, wanting to
smash.
But that's what I'm saying. You never know.
All the niggas on your block want to smash too.
Huh?
all the niggas on your block want to smash too. What makes you an asset to these top 5% niggas?
You're looking at it wrong. You're looking at like, okay, well, he's worth this. What are you worth? It's not like that. Dudes that are in the NBA want to have sex with whoever looks good to them.
Right. Okay, so you just want to get cracked. That's it. Like these girls.
No, but it would be amazing if let's say Devin Booker is in my presence and he want to smash. I'm like, yes, Devin Booker, he's fine as hell. Like, I'm down, you know. And then
Diamond.
you never know. Then you're like,
why we said we need you on the air, because we have all these questions. We just curious. We're curious individuals, you know.
Why not? One time I went to a Laker game and I went to it was like a preseason game, and you know how that Drake album has "If Your Girl Ever Been to the Preseason." The opening game of the basketball season, she fucking somebody on the team. You know what I'm talking about?
I know that bar for sure. I don't, because I don't listen to Drake, but I know it for sure.
Oh my God. Okay, whatever.
I do know that bar though. I do know that bar.
It's basically him saying, like, if your girl's ever been to a preseason game, she's fucking somebody on the team. And like,
right, no. I get that. I get the concept. It's actually funny.
And I went to one because I was with, again, one of my like friends who had a connection. And I think it was a guy who probably, he was old. He was some old man. And she was like,
Your
you want to
friend
come
was
in?
an old man? Hold
No,
on.
she
Your friend?
was with some old man.
Oh, your friend was a sugar baby.
Yo, I used to never ask questions. Yeah, she was, but I never asked questions. I was 18, I think, or 19. And I just remember like her telling me, like, you want to come to this Laker game? And I was like, fuck it. And we were like sitting literally the row behind the players. And I dressed really cute because I was like, you never know, I'm not gonna show up lacking.
Okay, so did a player ask you out?
No, but there was intense eye contact from Lamar Odom. And I was looking away because I was like, no, he is not looking at me. He is with Chloe. That is so fucked up. Like I was really a Kardashian fan, you know.
So are you telling me you would have not been Lamar Odom's sugar baby because what? Because you got some type of loyalty to the Kardashians?
No, because I'm not attracted to him. That's what I'm saying. I have to still be attracted. I can't just be with anybody. Like, but if I know I'm gonna be in the presence of like some NBA players, you better believe I'm gonna look my best.
Okay. So, and I would say that's a rational assessment for women to have, right? But I think that more women overvalue themselves than men. I think that most men that are out of shape and kind of don't really got loot like that, I think they know it. And that's why, for the most part, you're not going to see a ton of them in your inbox. Now, obviously, a lot of men have
conversation doesn't even exist for men, right? Like, just look at the conversation.
Yeah, I don't even think you guys have the option to do the things that we do.
Right.
Right. No,
and because of that, a lot of women are irrational about their chances.
Okay, so
look on Diamond said, like Diamond could get cute and go to a basketball game with there's potential for her to get with somebody there.
Yes,
that doesn't exist for a guy.
Right. No, even with women.
Because even like look at the system set up. What do you guys have that's equivalent to going to be around a bunch of NBA players? What do you guys have?
Nothing. Like, well, that's the thing. But we don't value women's money. So it doesn't.
No, I'm not even talking about money. I'm just talking about like maybe a bunch of celebrities that are good looking.
Okay. What the fuck? We going to the Bad Girls Club reunion?
It's still money.
Because the closest thing you got is the strip club, and even there, you're still you got to spend money.
True.
Right.
True. See,
I didn't want to say strip club. That was the first thing I thought of. I didn't want to say that shit.
Because also men like to. I believe that men genuinely like to also host events where they want a lot of pretty women to be around. Like that is something that you guys do. Do you guys not agree?
Yeah, but we don't do it because we enjoy women's company. That's not.
Yeah, but you know that there's still a chance that you and all of you guys could right now host a party, and you all know in the back of your mind, okay, there's a chance that absolutely nothing will happen for me, or maybe something will. You don't know, but you're gonna invite a bunch.
Why do you think we got these painting tips going? You know, like
what's
going on here?
You know what I'm saying? No.
Community.
So Diamond, that conversation that you were having about you getting dressed up, as you're going to be around NBA players just because you never know, right? Do you think that exact same possibility exists for a woman that looks exactly like Lizzo, except she's not famous?
Listen, I don't know.
No. I asked you, Diamond. I asked you a yes or no question. I said, do you believe that
I'm not fat shaming?
Possibility. What'd you say?
I said I'm not fat shaming.
I'm not fat shaming, but the reality is most men don't want women who are heavier than them, right?
I think that's like, what a lot of people feel like in society. We all feel like slim is better and slim is what we want. But then I always hear stories from friends that are bigger, like, oh, even Lizzo says, but they'll say things like, yeah, men.
A lot of niggas like fat girls. Like chunky girls, I still can find them attractive. I have nothing wrong with chunky girls. I'm just saying, the average man is not selecting a woman the size of Lizzo that looks like her unless she got some type of money or some shit and he's trying to be a user. So do you think that the same possibility exists for her to get dressed up and get cute just because you never know?
Why not? Why not try?
Okay, so what are the odds?
I don't know what the odds are.
Your odds are low. Her odds got to be much, much lower, being two of you. 2.5
Isaiah,
of you.
I'm not gonna participate in this.
Okay, that's fair. I'm just saying, I think that a lot of people have, men and women, have unrealistic. Example, we were talking about
the unrealistic thing here that you're bringing up is her body, her shape, her weight. But it could also just be that someone has an amazing body and maybe their face isn't an attractive face to
in a previous life, I've dealt with women who had extremely attractive bodies and faces, and their hygiene was shit.
There's also that. You see how many factors are into play here?
Yeah, so, I'd rather have a clean, chunky girl than a dirty, fit girl. But there's hella factors, right? But even for
what
men,
you're saying is, see, you have to also think that people have to be themselves their whole life. So you need to build up your own confidence your whole life. If my natural body weight is not what society deems attractive, I gotta love myself still. I gotta wake up and be in this body every day. So why don't I go to the NBA game with all my confidence and say, I'm the baddest bitch and I'm gonna get one of these players?
Diamond, I think that there's nothing wrong with loving yourself and having self-confidence, but what you did right there,
I'm answering the question.
Okay, what you did though, in the way that you phrased the question, is you took all accountability off of. So a fat man, for example, a fat man can't say, how come women just don't accept me for me being fat and all? A fat man knows that he has to go work out. The way that you're phrasing it is, you can still love yourself. I'm saying you can still love yourself, but why can't you also work on yourself? If you know that the only thing that's holding you back is the way that your body looks, to the overwhelming, let's say 70% of men would prefer a woman that's not obese, vice versa.
What I'm saying is, because there's so many things that go into like people not being able to lose weight, whatever. But what I was answering is, the only thing I was answering here is you saying like, should people who basically are not 10s feel that they even could show up at these events with NBA players? Like, should she even go, basically, is what you're asking.
Yeah, I'm saying, why are you wasting your time? Why are Atlanta, like, if I got to go to Atlanta during All-Star Weekend to do business, my tickets are all driven up because it's a million of y'all 6s and 5s and 4s thinking y'all about to go get you an NBA husband when the niggas in your town don't even want you.
Who's to tell her not to try?
Me, I'm telling her to stop trying. You wasting your time and mine.
That's your opinion, though, because you never know. What if she went out there and something really did work out for her?
Okay, I just want to know how many celebrities you see with overweight, ugly women.
Man, there's been some celebrities that have dated people that you would say like
the exceptions to the rule, right?
Hey, stay home.
But we don't even need to harp on that, right? We don't even need to harp on that.
This could go on forever, because then we could go in, who's a celebrity? Why do celebrities have to be with only fine people? Why? Because they got money and they may or may not look good?
No, I think it's more so. I think it's more, one, when you're rich and shit, and in the way that this male world is driven, is fucked up, but it is true. A lot of times, like especially even in corporate America, they would prefer you show up with an escort over your wife, shit like that, or like fucking your arm candy is a status symbol. Like I kind of think it kind of takes down your net value if you're a celebrity, if your significant other is I don't know, not physically attractive, whether you're a woman or a man. Like, people would dog people's husband. Like, if J-Lo married me, I'm pretty sure there'd be a whole lot of memes out here, people shitting on me. Like, why is J-Lo with me?
Bro, speaking of J-Lo and memes, bro, literally, as you said that, I just seen one. So
is it the Thanos?
No. I'm going to do it right
now. Share that shit.
I'm going to be right back. I have to pee so bad.
Go ahead, do your thing. This is hilarious, bro. You listening, bro? Because as soon as he's I saw it as he was talking about it. That shit was hilarious. I'm standing right now in the group.
So you got the meme up?
Yeah, you see it?
I was sending a text on my other phone. Jennifer Lopez needs just
two more rings
to beat Tom Brady.
That's
hilarious.
Yeah, as you said it. Since we on here, let me just stop this share real quick. Since we, Diamond stepped away. Let's.
Is I still here?
I'm not sure. He left.
I think he helped out.
All right. I'm back.
Well, so you took a break. All right, for any of our viewers who are watching right now, we still have.
I like that hoodie or sweater you got on, Diamond.
Thanks. Do you see it backwards or the right way?
I see it backwards.
Okay. Yeah, it's backwards in real life, but in mirrors, you can read it the right way. It's cool.
Okay. So for any viewers watching, we still have a few slots available tonight for our paint and sip. If you are watching, definitely hit us up. We'll give you a 50% off promotion code for tonight's event. So definitely, I'm gonna play the quick promotion real quick, the quick commercial we made real quick while we were on a break. Okay. Slide through tonight. We still got slots. We won't forget it, just get what they telling me. Never felt like something did it before. Passing on said it, it's my head is everything. I keep on telling myself not to smoke. Lord, it's saying to save me from fending. Don't let me know there's gonna be somewhere to go. Praying that I'm gonna grow. Don't know when they see me go on. My team on the block and we rock it. So booming on that. I'm rolling like stone on a rock. Constantly feeding with nowhere to cop. Never stop moving, got nowhere to stop. Always walking, yeah, I'm always talking, yeah, I'm always my baby.
Hey, Henry, you could pause it. I mean, we're muted while you play. So like Henry was saying, for anybody who is interested, anybody who does want to slide through, you could hit us up on any of our socials and we'll send you the promo code for the 50% off if you are interested in sliding through tonight or tomorrow. Are we still doing Sunday?
As of right now, we're deciding. But, if you guys look now, we'll for Sunday, but right now we only have a couple people coming, so we don't want to waste anybody's time, so we'll see. But if you book today,
and then for the listeners also, this is actually going to be our last paint and sip for a while. We got something different coming next month. We'll release that and get a little bit more in depth with that as the time gets closer.
Yep, it'll definitely be lit. We're gonna have more events, obviously, so we're just gonna switch it up and have different things, offer you guys different things. Hit us up. We'll give you 50% off for tonight's paint and sip or tomorrow's paint and sip. Oh, all right. Back.
So normally when we have Diamond on the podcast, we tend to stick to pop culture, but I don't really know what's going on in pop culture. I watch TV and not podcast and shit.
I mean, the latest that I know about is obviously J-Lo.
Well, about her getting divorced?
They were engaged.
Look, man, I used to tell my wife that she was a hater, right? Because she always be shitting on J-Lo or whatever. I used to tell her she was like, why you won't let that Latina queen live? I used to just talk shit, But realistically,
what did she say about her?
No, she just be like, that bitch is crazy. That's why all them niggas won't stay with her. She be like, at some point, it's not all these niggas. It got to be her.
J-Lo, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming from the age where J-Lo is bae.
J-Lo is what? I didn't say that loud.
I said J-Lo was bae growing up,
oh, yeah.
J-Lo was the one.
Oh shit. While we're on the podcast, actually put the focus on me real quick. We haven't shown Tansor's new shop. So since we're on the podcast, I can do it right now. All right, guys. So for any of the people who have been, even Diamond, like when we started the podcast, we were on Irvin Park. Tansor actually moved. They got a new shop. I'm actually where's my camera? Boom. So 5959 West Alston. Shout out to the homies, our partners over at Tansor. Um, 5959 West or North Elston. This is the new shop.
Nice.
They actually, your uncle's, he actually saved the wall, Diamond, for your uncle Nerd to come in and do a piece.
No way.
And yeah, this is not your uncle's piece, but this is the piece that they got done right now. And this is the new tonsor. The homies, the Sean back here. Shout out, Sean, you live right now. Just showing the viewers the new shop. You know, anybody in the back here? All right, cool. All right, but you know, that's tonsor. Shout out to the homies. Come get your hair cut by the official Chicago Bears barber at Cuts by Sean or at Tonsor Shop on Instagram. I'm definitely about to drink one of his Lagunitas, so we could get back to the conversation.
Get back into the alcoholism.
Yeah.
You said what?
We can get back into the alcoholism.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm not driving right now, so you got to drink in between driving because apparently it's illegal to drink while you're driving.
True that.
Yeah, no. So Diamond, you say you pretty much gave up on dating in Israel. You trying to find you a 6-figure nigga in LA. That's why you ain't moving back to Chicago.
Oh, this is the topic. If anyone would pay to subscribe to Diamond's OnlyFeed account, let us know down below. You know, comment. You know,
We need to start running metrics. We're gonna run Diamond's OnlyFeed page. She's gonna send us the feet pics, and we finna run this bitch.
I'm about to get the best pedicure of my life. I'm gonna take some pictures, and we're gonna see.
Let's get it. I think we need to make it happen, Diamond. I think you need to get
Honestly,
them.
it's literally just feet. Like I would have no problem doing that because it's just feet.
Hey, that's why we finna call it his OnlyFeed page.
yep. Diamond's Only. I'll let us.
Oh, Bruce, I think was telling us that he likes feet.
Oh, Bruce, you're a feet man?
Bruce, you muted, bro. You muted. I don't know. He walking through like Bruce. You muted.
You gotta walk away from somebody so they don't hear him.
Hey, Bruce, tell us about your love for feet, bro.
Oh.
Me personally, I don't get it, but I happen to know quite a few men who love feet.
Yeah, same.
I'm not the biggest, feet lover. I don't know where you get that from, but you know what I'm saying? Like my girl feet is the reason I enjoy nice feet, you know what I'm saying?
So would a woman having busted feet stop you from dating her?
I've heard men say yeah.
Sure, 'cause in the back of my mind, I'm just picturing Shaquille O'Neal feet now. Like
Hey, Bruce, pull up a picture of Shaquille O'Neal feet so people could get that visual of what you're picturing.
You know, it sucks. It really sucks the way that it just, I hate all of this. I hate it.
Yeah, but look at it, it sucks equally for men because right,
I
like
know.
we're shit too. What do you do if you're fat and broke and short and a man? Yeah, exactly.
Well,
that's why made right there.
That's why you have to pick the one thing that you can change. You can lose weight and you can figure out.
Hey, that's the nicest way I ever heard somebody say pick a struggle.
No, but I'm saying like for the man, if he feels like he's all those things, then there's two things that he can control. If you have ugly feet, you can't control that.
I mean, you could do something. You could I'm sure there's foot procedures.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to see this video of all these.
I know, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
What's happening right now?
a lot of work, that lady who's doing this man feet, like think about how strong her upper body has to be just to get it.
That's the biggest feet ever.
I think he wear like a size 16.
That is wild.
Crazy.
It's either 16 or 18. It's some ignorant shit where he got a special order his shit.
Oh, but nobody You with nobody with busted feet, bro. Like,
No, like I really don't think it would make a difference. My wife probably like I get nice feet, but I still don't want her nice feet touching me. I have a thing about feet that I really don't like feet. Like, so the concept of an only feet page is hilarious to me. One, because it literally could work because of how many niggas really like feet. But then two, because I wouldn't pay to see your vagina on OnlyFans, much less some goddamn feet. And I'm not saying any one person in specific. I just feel like I wouldn't pay for pornography. Like that just seems like a wild thing to do to me. Like, why would you pay for porno?
Free. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's wild.
I think because there's so many people that are curious about specific people, like that's the whole concept of OnlyFans, that's why they would do it.
So here's the lick, Diamond. If they're big enough, then somebody on Reddit has got a whole sub thread where all they fucking OnlyFans pictures is up there anyway.
The internet sucks.
Yeah, you know, a lot of the bigger content creators, they catch on because you'll search their name and you'll see 1,000 posts with no pictures because they all got hit with copyright shit. So a lot of the bigger girls or OnlyFans stars, it seems like that market is predominantly women, but I guess, are there dudes that you would pay for their OnlyFans, Diamond?
No. Absolutely.
Yeah, like there's not even one that you would consider.
I just don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this catch up is nice. I really didn't have anything specific that I wanted us to talk about. What happened? I know we talked about something recently that I wish Diamond was on the conversation for.
Diamond mentioned earlier about the guy who would like to take all of the group young beautiful women now. You know, like I can understand that because there's a lot of health benefits behind that shit. Like he probably added 10 years to his life by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably like, you know, for some reason, like a beautiful woman can like, you know, calm a man down just off the sight of her. You know what I'm saying? Good for his heart for sure. Like having all them beautiful women around him. Like, so
it's true. He really like his main thing was I just want to have a good time. Like he may have been lonely too. So he just wanted to have people around to laugh. And he just basically had one rule that he didn't ever want to feel like you were using him to like get your buzz and then dip off and go hang out with who you really wanted to hang out with. Cause like one time this one girl tried to do that. Like she didn't stay too long. She like had her drinks and tried to leave. He's like, oh, like what you think this is?
Yeah, we don't. Okay, and I feel like that's a fair rule for somebody in his, because he's not even asking for no cheeks, right?
Right. He just like don't want to feel like you used him to just get a buzz and then go hang out with somebody else.
And that's like, I get that, right? Because if I got it and I just want to have a good time, I don't give a fuck if nobody else got it. I'll take care of everything. But I don't want to feel like you calling me a goofy, like as soon as, you know, like after everybody good in turn, you know?
Yeah.
And I could see an older guy that's like his finances is there. He just want to be around pretty girls. And like Bruce said, that shit probably did add some years to his life because, you know, match that energy.
Honestly, like that's just LA in a nutshell, really. There's so many different scenarios that you can.
I honestly don't understand what entices you about LA.
I think I'm very, very connected to LA only because I've spent so much of my life there. Like my dad lived there. He moved there when I was 10. I went to high school there for a little bit. I went to like the YMCA there in the summer.
Okay, the real question here is, Diamond, why are you choosing LA over Chicago? I don't get it.
Oh, weather. I'm not,
okay.
I can't be cold. I've lived now for however many years in warm weather and I just refuse to be cold on purpose.
So you'll visit Chicago in the summer, just not in the winter.
Yeah, or I'll even visit in the winter, but I just refuse to have my daily life consist of like having to shovel myself out of like snow, to warming up my car. You know, it's so nice when you just walk outside and you don't ever think like about what you're wearing. Like you could just wear whatever and you're never freezing.
almost all the time, right?
Yeah.
And I feel that because I genuinely, the way that we want to build it, me and Edwin and Henry, we were literally just talking about this. I want my life to be where in the winter I live in Belize. Like I want it to be that way. But I'll come back here. Everything that's not, as soon as the snow melt, boom, I'm back in action, right in Chicago. And the way that the world's moving, we can all work remotely. Like realistically, you could get an American job right now from where you are.
That's what I did.
Oh shit! You did say you had a job, but in my head, I just told myself it was your OnlyFeet page, so I didn't pay too much attention to it. So what are you doing now? You working for another marketing company?
Yes. I'm like not even gonna say the name because I'm still like nervous that this one stalker person is obsessing over where I'm at. But I found like an American company.
This one stalker person, you kind of smooth past that, and we're not gonna do that. So how many stalkers? Okay, how many stalkers have you had in your life?
This is like the only serious one. There was one time where this one guy was being really creepy and like consistently tweeting about me, but that ended really quick. I don't know. It was weird. But this is like, I wouldn't even say stalker, like I'm trying to find you, but it was just like consistently messaging me from different pages and making fake pages. And it was just too much. It was too much.
Was it somebody that you at one point were in some sort of relationship with?
No, it's somebody that I've never met in person. But
so what, he just love you from afar on the internet?
It's a woman.
Oh, she loves you from afar. So what? She think it like
it's a long story, but like
oh, is it the story that we kind of broached? Okay. I'll leave that one alone.
Yes,
so
okay.
All right. So moving forward with what you were saying.
But yeah, I'm working for a company that's in America. So I started from here. And they're expecting me to be back by like, next month.
So what exactly is it that you do for the marketing companies?
So it's not a marketing company, but
you do marketing for the company?
Yeah. Like right now, our main goal is a startup. So we are building the website. So I'm doing like anything related to operations. Like this week I was writing messages for our thank you pages. On top of it though, I have customer success kind of in there, and I'm doing kind of like sales in a way, like just talking to clients about what it is that product is. So I'm kind of doing like two totally different roles in one because it's a startup.
So we're gonna have to talk offline about how you help us glow up our social medias, since companies keep hiring you to do that.
Fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do any type of schooling for it. But
what do you need? What is it?
Where did I go?
Bro, I don't know what do you need? You need gas money? You want to trade me gold for gas money? I don't got cash, boss. Yeah. So this guy is talking to me right now, and honestly, I think he's trying to scam me. Some like Arab-looking dude. He literally just said, "I have no cash. I'll give you gold," and he was showing me a cube of gold. I was about to turn the camera on him, and then he like drove off because I looked back at the phone. I think he was trying to scam me though. I think he like he was trying to, I've seen these dudes before where they'll try to sell you some jewelry that I got to get out of the country real quick. I just need some quick cash. And then the jewelry will be fake or some shit like that.
This dude,
huh?
Who falls for that?
I don't know, like not your average Chicagoan, because that's what I am, and I wasn't going. He's literally waving me to come across the street. He was in a real nice truck. He showed me a little bit of gold. He was basically like, "Give me." That could have been some gold or plated bullshit. Like I don't know what the fuck that shit was. Like there's no way
like cash for gold places.
There definitely are cash for gold places. He was in a nice V8 truck too. I don't know what the fuck this guy was on. There's some guy outside driving around trying to scam niggas. He just told me, "Hey, I need your help. I'll give you gold. I'll give you gold. I just need cash. I need cash for gas." The fuck you got gold in your hand, nigga? You can't get no cash? I doubt it, bro. That just happened outside of here. I don't know. Random days in Chicago, guys.
Seriously.
So, Diamond, what do you think you're gonna miss most about Israel coming back to America, the US? The ability to put everything on credit?
Yeah, them payments was fun while they lasted, but to be honest, like there's just something about the vibe here, the culture, that when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like the beach, the way that people act here, like you sit at the beach and getting offered like watermelon slices, and then this random guys walking by selling popsicles. It's just a vibe. Like everywhere you go, there's like this vibe of togetherness and community, and it's very safe when it comes to like strangers. Like little kids walk themselves to preschool here. Like I will miss feeling like I can walk outside and never look over my shoulder. I've lived 3 years feeling completely safe, and now I have to go back to being like on edge and like making sure nobody's trying to rape me.
I mean, you definitely are choosing, to come back, but I also understand why. America, some danger comes with all this opportunity, right?
Yeah, and I got to make a future for myself. Like I don't want to stay here forever. I don't want to, this isn't where I want to grow old.
Basically, what you're saying is you need you a melanated king, and you can't find one over there.
Also,
So, I don't know, guys. As far as the pop culture goes, what has happened as of late? Oh, one thing that I definitely wanted to talk, Diamond, I posted that status about Cardi B. Bruce, there was a meme, and it said Cardi B makes music for women who think that child support is a flex. Getting child support for their husband from their baby daddy is a flex. Now, Diamond was like, oh, she took the. I've noticed in all of my time podcasting with Diamond that she always feels the need to defend women behavior. As the only woman on the podcast, I understand why you do that.
But see, this wasn't only women. This was me thinking that somewhere, whoever wrote this status was trying to really like
he was really talking about his baby mama.
No, but also talking about like the Cardi B demographic, like a girl that's hood and maybe comes from nothing, probably brown or black. And like I didn't like the tone of what was said in that message. And that's why I was like, I've seen every demographic be obsessed with Cardi B.
Okay, so question. You not liking the tone, does that make it any less true?
It can't be 100% true.
Nothing's 100% true.
It can't be. It can't be. Yeah, there may be girls in the world that exist that think child support is a flex, but just because you put that in a sentence with Cardi B does not mean like, oh, wow.
That's true.
Facts.
Do you think that there's a correlation between the women who champion Cardi B and toxic female behavior?
That's another, again, like, yes, and also a whole bunch of other people.
Okay. So in that same status, I was having a conversation with this weirdo Freemason that likes to comment on all my posts. And he was saying, I've noticed that his agenda is to push whatever activity is degenerate to how women are viewed in the world. Like if it's horror behavior, he's going to champion it and fucking push it forward. But I was saying that all of mainstream music today, as far as hip hop goes, is all degenerate music, because you don't hear a lot of the like SZA. You don't hear a ton of SZA on the radio. You don't hear a lot of the Rhapsody. There's so many female artists who are outside of that vein of just talking about that shit, just talking about like this glamour life shit, that are equally talented artists that we just don't hear. Just like, I think that dudes that champion Future, now it's funny, don't get me wrong, I will share the memes, but I think that dudes that champion Future are equally retarded. Like as any person championing Cardi B, nothing that Future talks about is productive. Literally nothing. But
But
there's
don't you
dudes
think
that
that
his
that's because-
drones.
Listen, I think at the end of the day, everybody's gonna listen still to things that are not just in the mainstream. Like we all have our artists that we're listening to on YouTube and Spotify, whatever. But I think that the stuff that's mainstream is everyone's alter ego. I always see, like, at least for me, like rap, female rap is
Mhm.
not even my alter ego. It's me when I feel sexy, it's me when I go out, like, and usually when I go out, that's the music that's playing. So
Okay,
it
so
just-
who's your alter ego? What do you listen to in the house, and then what do you listen to when you're going out?
in the house, I probably listen. I actually really fuck with Doja Cat. I listen to Doja Cat all the time.
That's that chick that was
Um,
on No Jumper podcast. I think I would know. He would be able to confirm that.
Yeah, I believe she was on there.
Okay, I think
She's
I've seen her.
more-
I never heard her music.
You have.
probably
trust
have.
me. She's the
You just
most
don't know.
viral female
Well,
rapper in my
just
opinion.
so you guys know, for the last 6 months minimum in my car, the Spanish radio station has been on. Spanish radio station. That's what I live. That's what I be listening. No, I like for me to pull up next to people and they see me listening to Spanish and they be like, "Look at him, he's so cultured."
They
that's
could
not
just think
really
that you're like, but they could just also think that you're like Afro Latino.
Dominican or some shit. Yeah. And it's not even that far of a stretch. Like Belizeans, a lot of Belizeans, like half of the country speak Spanish and shit. So it's not even that far of a stretch. But no, because my wife, I only listen to really podcasts and news and shit like that. I don't really listen to music just because I seek out the artists that I want to listen to, like Murray. I don't know if you're familiar with him yet. J. Cole signed to he's gonna be huge. He's been blowing up over the last like 6 weeks. He's released fucking, I don't know, 6 tracks and they all are doing millions.
Wow.
J. Cole signed him a couple of months ago and they're kind of just rolling. He has not one feature from J. Cole. Morray. Like he's gonna be great. Actually, Bruce, this video isn't monetized anyway, so if you could play Quicksand for a little bit just so Diamond could see some Morray before she comes back to America and all her American friends put her on. I want to put her on first.
I mean, you probably heard the song already.
I put him on Spotify right now. I don't know if I've heard him though, because
Yeah,
Oh, don't worry.
It had like a little, it had a buzz on social media, man, about a few months ago.
In my head, I started that buzz in my head. It's not true, but you know, in my head.
It's definitely not true.
Hey, Bruce, you gotta stop the share and then share it again and share with sound.
No. You got those.
oh, I thought that was the video.
Yeah, we're gonna play a couple of seconds of this for Fair Use Act just to show Diamond the artist that we're talking about. Go ahead, Bruce.
Show me how to bake a cake, bro. Doing that, put everything I love at stake, bro. Since it's just a guitar with a kickstand.
So that's a couple seconds of it. It don't matter. So
I can already tell that's something I will listen to.
right, like that. And then another thing that I just like, and I don't know why, I like watching fat people dance well. Like I can't dance. Hold on. My brother is he was 350 pounds most of my life. He's an agile fat person, and I'm aware that not all fat people are agile like that. My brother is 350 minimum. He can kick me square in the face. Like I just think dancing looks better when little kids and fat people do it. I think it looks better. I don't know why. It makes no sense to me, but that's the way my brain works.
You have a preference. You like what you like.
Thank you for not judging me. It's always a safe place with you, Diamond. This is my safe place.
Safe place, exactly.
So
Really is how I am.
when are you gonna put us up on these Israeli rappers?
I mean, I could send you some stuff. I just always think that in my opinion, or in my head, I'm always wondering if somebody will actually want to listen to music in Hebrew if they don't know what's being said.
I listen to music in Spanish all the time that I fuck with. That I have.
You heard Spanish, like we've all heard Spanish our whole lives to where our ear has become adjusted to hearing Spanish. But if you suddenly hear some Hebrew, you might be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I love Arabic music. Like to me, Bosnian music is heavily influenced by Arabic music. So
I think I played a Bosnian rap song that I fucked with before.
You guys want me to show you like just a random little like sexy song and see what you think about it?
Let's see it. Let's see if it's sexy.
I'm just saying like he's like a guy that's being sexy in a song.
Your hair looks very Hebrew right now too.
Somebody else told me that.
You do. You look like a Bethel or something like that right now.
I'm fresh out of Prince of Egypt.
What makes it look Hebrew is what I want to know.
I think it's the curly bangs. I think that's what it. I think it's the curly bangs.
What did I say?
Got a name.
He said, "What makes it look Hebrew?" And I said, "I think it's the curly bangs."
I mean, curly hair is super Jewish, like so.
That's true. That's true.
Hey Isaiah, I got a name for you when you listen to Spanish music.
I also think it's the shoulder length of the hair too.
Hey.
Oh, that shoulder length does it too.
Yeah.
Hey, what up,
I'm trying to grow it out.
What's up?
Hi.
Hi.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Diamond, that's Picasso of One Light Records, one of the hottest artists out of Chicago right now. Also one of the hottest producers and engineers out of Chicago right now, putting in work in Mogul Mind Studios, changing lives, creating careers.
I've been following.
This the merch, if y'all don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I was about to say,
I swear I thought I was wearing a Hooters hoodie at first when the call started.
No, it actually says "You are it," and I fuck with that message so hard. I wear my shit all the fucking time because I don't know, and we're gonna ask Picasso what they meant by "You are it," but I fuck with that mentality so hard because we are it. We spend so much time waiting on people to fix shit for us, to change shit for us. We get mad at politicians and all this other goofy ass shit when realistically we are the ones that have to make the change. I didn't like the messages that was being put out by media, so I decided to put out my own message. We are it.
Oh God, yeah, basically that's generally it. You know, but whatever I like it because it's relative to what you think it is. Like whatever you think it is what you register, you know, interpret the hoodie as. So that's why I fuck with that. And basically what you said, I agree with you.
We're going to have to create a link, and we could talk to Henry about this. We're going to have to create a link on our partners page on the website where people can go straight to the One Light page from the Mogul Minds page.
Right.
Is that a real tattoo?
On my face? Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. 100%.
I really thought you were about to be like, oh no, I just put this like sticker. Wow, that's bold.
I guess so.
Wow.
The man is dedicated to the art. He's not doing shit else.
That's facts. Fucking 9 to 5.
Hey, Daylight said when he got his face tattoo, that was signifying that shit is dead. 9 to 5 is over with. That's not even a possibility no more. I'm all in.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the move that you made, right?
Yeah, for sure. The thing is, even if I wanted to get a 9 to 5 job, I'm pretty sure they'd let me get one. I don't think they care about face tats anymore. It's just it sets me apart from everybody else.
If you want a corporate job, nah, they're gonna give a shit because okay, shit.
You might just have to do a little bit of makeup or something, you know, cover that shit up, but you be all right.
Took me a month before my 30th birthday to realize fuck a 9 to 5, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been realizing that for a long time. My only thing is I wasn't ready to or in a position where I could hop out, because it's not like it would be different if I was charging exorbitant studio prices and I was the engineer and the producer and I didn't need nobody else in the mix and I didn't have to cut nobody in. Then I'd be good. But when the way that we're building, it's all through partnership. Like, I'm not trying to take over nobody's brand. I don't ever want any employees. I'm trying to work with people who want their own business. And if how many people like Picasso? He knows. There's people who will charge you $500 to set up a legal business for you. I showed Picasso how to do it and didn't charge him a goddamn thing.
Thanks. Much love.
No, yeah, I agree. I mean, I understand because I knew that 9-to-5s weren't shit for a long time, but I was still doing it because of similar reasons that I needed that type of income to survive, with the son and all. I get that.
Yeah, bro, I'm lucky I realized young as hell because when I was 15, I got a job after I got off of school in the summer. And with that job, I bought everything I needed to make sure like I never really needed to get another job. Like I bought the speakers that I have, I bought my mic, I bought all my music shit. So like everything that I use now, I bought when I was 15 and I'm 19 now. So
that's the advantage though. You've damn near perfected your craft to the point where like it's a safety net regardless, like you're just going to get better and the outcome is going to get much better.
I think that's the entire objective of Mogul Minds Network and the whole reason for building the studio.
Yeah, I mean,
because this
earlier, Picasso, you weren't on when we first got on because Diamond kind of asked like what we had going on at the studio and stuff. And I was just saying to her like, yeah, we're just trying to utilize different things, and then part of it is all the talent that we do have here, especially including you and Prophet. Well, why not? We trying to help y'all get y'all bread. We all get this bread together, so. Y'all got so to help.
It's about dispelling that scarcity mindset. A lot of times people feel as though in Chicago, what they call it, a city of broad shoulders. Nobody like we had some artists in the studio. They're from Miami, Diamond, and these Hispanic cats. They're killing the game. They're actually finna go on tour. But One Light is actually producing an entire project for them. But one of the things that they were saying that they noticed about being in Chicago is nobody fucks with each other. Like they've been to technically nicer studios than ours, which just means that they're more expensive than ours. But they fuck with the vibes at our studio so much that they're back week after week after week, both because of Mogul Minds Network and because of One Light Records.
Yeah. 5-hour blocks too, but just in general.
Because not a lot of people have this open arms thing that you guys got going on, where you're trying to put everybody on with you. A lot of people are like, nah.
We can all eat, and there's no reason to be. It's like we're sitting at a dinner table, and everybody got food on their plate, but I'm trying to get seconds because I don't know who's gonna want seconds before me. We can all eat. There's no reason to be snatching the bread off the table.
Facts, bro. If I'm a little bit more hungry than I would have been, that's cool. I think that's something that we're all cool with. Like,
right. So Diamond, when you get established in LA, how are you going? We need a weekly show out of you, Diamond. It don't have to have nothing to do with us, but I do think that I think that one of our most successful podcasts we ever did was the one where we did the parenting talk. And that was a podcast that, you really wanted to do. And we did it. And it was a really successful podcast. And I think that lane works for you. I think that adding the different dynamics like a me or like a Henry, like, guys who may have a different opinion completely helps because it gives nuance, it gives perspective. But I think that those conversations would be much better coming from you or being hosted by you than by me, because not everybody likes me.
Down. I really am always down. And once I'm like on the same time zone, it's a lot easier for me rather than like being all the way over here. And I really do enjoy like the pop culture, but also just talking shit and bringing up dating. Dating is something that's always relevant, and there's always a new story. There's always a new situation. I
really want you to follow that guy, Diamond. I'm sorry. I do want you to follow Kevin Samuels because I want to see your opinions when you get to see him just on your own. I really want. He's a fashion consultant.
On Instagram?
Lifestyle coach. You can follow him on Instagram, Kevin R. Samuels.
Well, where do you watch all his videos at?
YouTube. But he puts clips of his conversations from his call-in show on YouTube. On Instagram.
Kevin Samuels.
Kevin R. Samuels is his Instagram. He's not verified, but he got like almost 500,000 followers.
Okay, I see him.
Older black cat.
All right, I followed him. I'm gonna be watching.
I would love to see you call into his show. Obviously, you would have to even see if that's something you want to do by checking out his content. But I would pay to see how that conversation goes. Like, cause I think it'd be fucking hysterical.
But do people call in because they have a question?
Yeah, so they call in. Sometimes he has disagreement day. Call in because you disagree with something I've said. And sometimes even guys call in. People think that he's always shitting on women. He actually calls himself a feminist. But like a guy called in one time and he was like, all right, buddy, look. Because he got tired of going back and forth with the guy. He was like, all right, buddy, do you got a big dick? And then dude's like, well, and then dude's like, well, like, it's above average. He's like, no, that's not what I asked you. I said, do you got a big dick? And then dude said, I'm not Ron Jeremy or anything. He's like, okay, so you don't have a big dick. And that's my point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You're a fat motherfucker. What do you expect from women? Like, and I was like, God, damn, that's true as shit. Because it's not nice. But it is very true. Like, if you're an ugly man, you have to make more money. If you're a fat man, you have to make more money. If you're a short man, you have to make more money. These are just the qualifications that men have to live with. But for some reason,
you don't need any of them if you have great D.
How do you get to the point where women find out that you have great D if they won't even give you the shot because you don't got no game?
Dick pics,
or you don't
send them right away.
No.
I'm joking.
No, wait, hold on. It's funny that somebody said dick pics because I know for a fact that actual guests that we have had on the podcast have sent Diamond unsolicited dick pics.
No.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm always hesitant when people start following me from the podcast because I'm always like, please don't.
Does it come with a dick pic, huh?
He actually recently added me again, I think, on Facebook, and I believe I accepted, but I was like, if he ever, but this is now like 5 years later. I was like, if he ever tries to message me, I'm deleting him.
Diamond, I have so many questions for women. Like, how many in your life, if you had to guesstimate, how many unsolicited dick pics have you received in your life? Because I've never received an unwanted titty pic in my life.
I wouldn't even say a whole bunch, but it just happened.
Has it happened more? Has it happened 5 times?
Yeah.
That's wild to me. I would be
because
astounded.
you know what it is? It's not always from that time from the podcast. That was really random. Like, me and him had no romantic anything. I interviewed him.
You guys had a little bit of spark on the podcast, a little bit of spark.
We literally did not. I don't know who saw that spark. I don't know if you saw the same spark you saw clearly, but we did not. But what I'm saying is, a lot of times it'll be a dude you just started talking to, and then he already sends one. This was when Snapchat was big. Honestly, it hasn't happened really since Snapchat died down. But people used to always snap you their dick, and it's like, why? I don't want
to. Gone in 24
I've never got that
hours.
either. Even from being a dude, I'm like, I understand that no girl wants to just look at a picture of you.
It's literally not attractive. I'd rather see your whole body. Like, why do I want to
right, something like that at least.
I don't even like looking at my own dick, and I love my dick.
It's
but I don't want
not
to look at it.
to just look at that. And honestly, it just makes you, honestly, any guy that's done that, I'm like, ugh, it just made me feel like he was trashy. You just out here immediately trying to show me that you have a big one. Actually, somebody just did it not that long ago. And it was the first time in my life where I actually treated him. I was like, I said, yeah, I'm definitely not interested in getting dick pics. And then he was like, oh, okay, cool. And then he unfollowed me. It was the most awkward moment ever. But it was just I had to say it because why?
He couldn't even try something else.
Right.
That was it.
He had no Diamond. Was it an astounding penis? Yes or no?
Or no?
Yes. That's usually the ones that do it because they know, let me just show you real quick.
Yeah, but what I want to know genuinely is how many times has that worked for any man?
That's what I'm saying. Ew, no, it doesn't.
It's crazy because
I've never sent one, so I can't say the success.
I
or
just
fail
fucking
ratio.
lying, bro. Like I don't believe that you've never
Oh.
sent one dick pic.
You've never sent
Never
like,
sent
somebody
one
you're
dick
talking
pic.
to?
I can't.
Nope.
Honestly, what's the point? Like, why don't we just meet up and we could like?
But that's wrong. And you know, to your point, how you were like, how we were saying you got to be tall, how you got to be this and that, and you were like, well, all that goes out the window if you got good D. Shit, the guy that got a big dick, he's probably like, yo, there's no other way for you to know it, and I'm not gonna get in there with my other big qualifiers. I'm not tall. I'm not. So let me show you what I'm working with in hopes of getting in there.
That is a lot of times why guys do send them. 'cause
It
they
probably
want
does
to know.
work. Because the thing is, they probably send it to just anybody. So one person out of 100 people is gonna be like, "All right, let me get that."
Right. Even
Like-
even if you got a 10% success ratio, shit, you send it to
Hey,
100.
hey,
Thing. Some people could really enjoy receiving them. I
don't
just
care, bro.
Diamond, you know what you should start doing? You should start just sending pictures of your feet to dudes. Like dudes who send you like any type of inbox message, just send them a picture of your feet and be like, hey, follow my OnlyFeet page.
That's literally gonna make people think that I'm trying to have a sexual conversation.
No, it's gonna make them think that you want their money to see your feet with Hershey syrup and shit on them, because I don't know what OnlyFeet pages do, but I do know that.
Hershey syrup. Oh.
Look, we were having a conversation about toe sucking the other day, but I think it was about Bruce and his love for feet. And I was asking the guys, Bruce, that's the narrative I'm rolling with, bro. Like, you know that I'm an equal opportunity offender.
How did this start? Did Bruce just say he liked his girl's feet one day?
This is a common conversation, Diamond. Like we've had this. Bruce is not the first to catch this fire either. Like it's been Steve at one point. It was David at a point. I caught it once, and I was just like, you know, I hate feet. And now, Bruce, you're just in line now.
It's the initiation process.
Isaiah hates people.
I have only licked one butthole in my life, and I was drunk. It was one time, and I'm married to her now. So hey, it is what it is. That happened at one point.
So bad for people who lick buttholes. I feel so bad.
Hey, I heard a conversation. I don't know where I heard this, but somebody said that sucking toes is more intimate than licking an asshole.
That's wild.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but
I also don't think so.
They might be at the same level.
Oh shit, Diamond, how many times have you had your toes sucked?
One person did it. One person did it.
Did you like it? Don't lie.
It was like I'm not gonna say it felt bad, but I was like, this is so weird. Like, don't do that.
Did you kiss
him?
I don't remember.
She did. She kissed him.
That's a lie.
I really don't remember, but I wouldn't say that was even gross because like it's my feet. I got feet. But
yeah, see, so a lot of guys will not kiss women after they've performed fellatio on them.
Yeah, there are guys like that.
I don't. That's weird.
I can't say I've never done it, but I prefer.
Wait, got you. I know what you're saying.
Like if you're receiving head and then kissing her afterwards, I think that's what I was referring to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I mean,
feel that.
if I feel like if it was me and I feel like I'm clean, I wouldn't feel grossed out to then kiss the guy.
What, Diamond? Do you honestly think that the average man is clean?
I'm a germaphobe, so I have no
Me too.
problem telling a dude like you need to take a shower before. I've done that.
So you have experienced the musty balls.
No, I just don't want to ever experience like I'll like kill the mood. Like we could be like super into it and I'll be like, okay, well, so let's actually
Are you still gonna be in the mood after he goes shower?
I just have like a rule where it needs to be like we're both fresh out the shower, so
I don't imagine it works like that when you leave the club at 3 a.m. drunk.
I'm telling you, I'm a psychopath when it comes to cleanliness. And as
Dude, Diamond, it's not you that I don't believe. It's most people that I don't
there's
believe.
got to be some kind of washing process. Like,
So what, can you take a whore bath real quick, like a little wet nap?
Well, that makes sense.
yeah.
Out of the club, like you drunk, like probably have, you know, a time or two, you know, skipped out on that rule or like made an exception to that rule.
Yeah, what if you got it on in the club? Like shit got hot and heavy, and then you guys.
Somebody tried to do that with me, and I treated his life, and I felt so bad. I was actually really into him, but he kept like insisting that we go to the bathroom real quick, and I just looked at him and I was like, "Are we 17?" And then he like got so embarrassed, and then we left. Like, but I was like, "Why? Why did I do that when I have a home?"
Why you didn't invite him back to your crib?
I did, but that's why I was looking at him like we were actually talking. Like this was a months long thing, and I don't know. I was just like, why would I do that?
Diamond, maybe he wanted to be spontaneous and he wanted you in the moment.
For real. He wanted to be spontaneous. He wanted that adrenaline. You know, like we in the club right now. You know,
right.
I'm not saying I don't like being spontaneous.
And I'm 19, so I get that. You know, like so you calling him 17 kind of hurt me in a sense because I was like, damn.
Oh, don't worry. I was 17 too.
Okay, so Diamond, I do have another question. So I found out in listening to this Kevin Samuels guy that a man's financial peak is between the ages of 45 and 65.
Okay.
How old is too old for you right now, and how young is too young for you? And we're gonna say that you're floating around 30. I ain't gonna give nobody your age.
I will be 30 in 29 days. It's okay.
Sweet.
I started the countdown today.
For some reason, no matter how hard I try, I can never remember your birthday, which I can never remember most people's birthday. Just March birthday doesn't even sound like, no, yours in April. You're at the top of April with all my family.
April 11th.
April 11th, 3 days after my brother.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask you again next month.
Okay. I've gotten to a point where I don't necessarily want someone that's too like younger than me even is already starting to get weird. Like I'd rather have somebody older than me, like in general.
So 23, you're not going, even if you like him, he's attractive.
Yeah, I just feel like that's like really different.
Can he get the one night only?
I'll be honest. I'm not gonna say like I will never ever, but it's just starting to get to a point where like I'm 30 and it's gonna sound weird. Like I don't know, it just sounds weird. But like this summer, I was talking to this guy who was 25, but he was also like a basketball player that played for like a big team out here. So I was like into it because that was my type.
Hey, are there basketball players out there black?
There are guys from America, but he wasn't one of those. He was Israeli.
Mm-hmm.
There are guys from America out here.
So I guess if he's making big bucks and tall enough, you might concede a little bit on that age thing.
But it's still like, I was like, okay, 25. Like I felt like, and at this time, this was like when Corona started. So like I was like 28. So it didn't feel too weird. But now that I'm like 30, it's gonna be weird if like I would never want to be with somebody that's 23 and I'm 30.
Okay, so by that same extension, then how old is too old?
The oldest person I dated was 39 when I was 24. And I've never dated someone that much older than me ever again. I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. I'm at an age where I'm trying to work on like figuring out my future. So I'm not trying to also be with somebody who's going to be way older than me and then like potentially die way before me. I'm trying to have somebody in like the 5-year range, maybe 10, maybe.
Okay.
Older, but not younger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
Okay. Now, how heavy is too heavy, Diamond?
Listen, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you.
I tried to slide it in. We don't gotta do.
We've been sneaky this whole time.
So we need female here, so we be having questions. We curious in the business.
Isaiah's over here asking questions that like every guy he ever has talked to wants to know.
Yes, they all want to know. We have questions. Guys have questions. Just like you told us on one of our last podcasts that you enjoy having conversations with guys because there's so many things that women want to know. And we don't know that women want to know these things until you ask us.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Look, I can't answer for people's weight preferences though.
No. I said your weight preference.
I really have dated a lot of different things. You have seen.
What's the fattest guy you've dated?
Saying fat is mean.
Okay, what's the heaviest guy you've weighted?
It honestly might have been Tommy.
So Tommy's a generic name, so we're just gonna pretend that name is fake. So for purposes of this podcast, that's a fake name. All right, so that don't really count because I feel like all relationships prior to you being 18 are irrelevant.
Exactly.
So, but you gotta count
wait.
them. Women do this thing. Women do this thing where just because they don't like a nigga, they could take the body off. That is not how that works. Men have an issue with that. That's not how that works.
No, honestly, I just remembered. I dated this guy that had been like after the surgery, the fat surgery, the gastric bypass surgery.
Uh-huh.
So he wasn't like big anymore, but he also
loose skin.
Not loose, but like he had like scars and he was like a little like his body shape was just like
flabby.
You could still see that he at one point used to be bigger.
Heavy as fuck.
I have a big heart. I'm all about personality at the end of the day. If we vibe, we had amazing chemistry.
I'm fighting my urge.
Say what you want to say. He wasn't fat. He wasn't fat. He just was fat.
Look, my immediate response is typically something ignorant. So like that's the first shit that comes to my head.
Be ignorant if you want to.
Yeah, no, it doesn't serve the conversation in this manner. But I do ask these things because from my understanding, from what a lot of people have told me, Diamond is a very attractive woman. And a lot of guys have asked me about her since we were 15 and they seen that we were, hey, what's up with Diamond? I don't know, bro. Shoot your shot. I don't know. That's pretty much always the response I've given. I don't know, bro. Shoot your shot.
Might have had a chance.
In the grand scheme, looking back, I would say the overwhelming majority of them did not have a chance. Which is why I liked. What's that,
I said maybe at the time, you don't know how they would have panned out at that time,
Right, but because of Diamond having this pretty girl privilege, I like to ask her opinions about things because I actually believe that women who are a 7 or up all have irrational outlooks on the world because they've been treated
have an
differently.
Irrational outlook in your definition of the pretty privilege that I have?
When you guys did you, Chrissy, and Henry did a podcast in the barbershop about 4 years ago. At that time, 100% your outlook was irrational.
Right. What was my outlook? What was I saying?
But the question was, how long should a guy be dating you before he figures out whether or not he wants to wife you? And I believe you said something. I think you said something along the lines of 30 days.
No, I did not.
I'm pretty sure you, Henry, what'd she say?
Pretty sure it was like 30 days, but I think we got it on, but
we definitely have the footage. The footage exists.
That's so bad if I said that.
I spoke my opinions that day. She was on my ass. She was on my heat.
Oh yeah. You were at Henry's neck.
Me and Henry did not get along that day. That was bad.
But that was also because of that was because of your irrational outlook and his not knowing how to. It was both. It was both of you. It was your irrational outlook, and it was his not knowing how to communicate his disagreement.
We were also younger. I cringe at myself every year. I grow so much every year. And that's why when like I was Picasso's age, I'd get mad when people would try to like tell me that I didn't know what I was talking about or that I was young. And the older you get, like you just keep cringing at yourself when you
so looking back at 19-year-old you right now, would tell you to shut the fuck up, right?
Shut the fuck up. I was so naive. I just like believed everything, or I didn't realize what was really going on around me. It took me a while to figure out some shit.
I was having a conversation yesterday at 3 a.m. with Bruce and Prophet, Dan, shout out Prophet. I was telling him, I was like, when I was 18, 19, even younger, you always had these older people telling you what it is. You're always in that mode, no matter what. You're like, bro, shut the fuck up talking to me. I know. I was telling Prophet yesterday, I'm like, I know you and Picasso probably be like, bro, shut the fuck up. Y'all preaching, but it's like our duty, like, cause like, bro, I'm in your head at that time, telling y'all like, you don't know, like, bro, I know what I'm doing. Shut the fuck up, get out of my face. That's exactly how it was. Like, bro, yeah, bro, I'll do it. But in your head, you're like, nah, bro, I know.
Exactly.
Henry only recently stopped being an ignorant nigga.
So even though like I understand, I know like they're probably looking at me like, bro, this old head needs to shut his ass up with these preachy shit. But I'm like, that's our duty. Like I gotta because I need you to know like later down the line, like, hey, he was right. He was trying to tell me the right way.
Exactly. Like my little sister.
Hey, this is Henry, super quick, not to cut you off. This is unrelated completely because we're looking at Bruce's screen on the wall. Bruce, do me a favor and just put the paint and sip sign in front of your camera. Just put the paint and sip sign there so people can see the paint and sip. Yeah. But go ahead with what you were saying, Henry.
That, yeah, I remember. Yeah, like I said, I've been looking like, man, all these people was telling me. But that's why I was saying the best thing to do is lead by example too, because a lot of times when people are telling you and giving you advice, but they not living how they talking, that's where you're like, oh, fuck, you ain't. So it's basically just lead by example. Still preach what you preach, but the best way to get through to people is lead by example, I think, because shit, you could say all the words in the world, but if you ain't practicing it, why the fuck people gonna listen?
But the beauty of it is that when you're that age, you're never gonna get it. And that's why you could just listen, but you're gonna only end up getting life lessons later. Even us, like when we're 40, we're gonna get life lessons that we're not gonna understand right now. Like somebody could tell me all day long, like enjoy your 30s and do that, and I'm not gonna truly see what they're talking about till later on. But what's also beautiful about being young is that fearlessness, like how Picasso is right now. Like that is what I miss about my youth, is just believing in yourself like nobody's business and just being unafraid and going after your dreams.
Well, hold on, Diamond. I think that we allow life to get us jaded, wherein that's the whole purpose of the network, is because my whole thing is fuck that shit. Believe in you. You can do it. Whatever the fuck you think. You stop doing your TikTok thing. There's literally no reason you can't pick that shit back up. Right. Like, because I think if you stick with it, for whatever reason, people just gravitate to you. Like they just fucking do. And I think that you should capitalize on that. Why the fuck not? Like you might as well look, if you can get 100 guys to pay you $5 a month to look at your feet pictures, that's a free $500 a month. I bet you that go a long way in LA toward that rent.
Yo, Isaiah.
Hey, Diamond, you're not giving up on this feet. Only fees.
Just let me get to LA. Just let me get to LA. I'm gonna meet all the right people and I'm gonna make my feet business.
Do you guys like how I brought it full circle there? That's good podcasting right there, guys.
I feel like every time we talk to Diamond, the only right comes up.
Because I want to see you glow up. I want to see you get your loot. I know it's out there for you, and I know these simps will pay, and I think that you deserve it.
Thank you, Isaiah. I really appreciate that.
Hey, take that simp money, because I know ain't none of the real niggas paying for it.
I hate the well, it won't be me.
Just let me get to LA. Y'all about to see a whole new me.
Are you going to invite us out there?
Of course. You know who I'm actually going to, I don't even know. I'm not going to say no names yet, because I just don't know if people want to be mentioned. But I'm going to be living with somebody that we know.
Somebody that who know?
Some of us. We can talk about it off camera, because I don't know if people want their business out there.
Okay, well, look, we need a Mogul Minds West Coast, Diamond. And if that has to be you and your dating show, I say, why the fuck not?
Okay. I mean, I have a really good friend out there. He's hilarious. And if I could convince him to even come do some stuff, whatever, we got this. I'm gonna be on a US time zone and I'm gonna be way more available to like be involved.
You're gonna be 2 hours behind us, which means that when we going on, you should damn near be free or off work.
Exactly. It's amazing.
You're typically more abreast with the pop culture conversation than the rest of us old heads. Could you let us know anything that we may have missed? I heard the Light Skin King released an album recently, or a 3-track EP.
Yeah, that did happen. I don't know. I haven't tapped into Billboard or anything like that to see how it charted, but early reports were saying like he was gonna sell a milli with the 3-pack. So again, so
for the listeners, we're talking about Drake.
I think they got it.
Speaking of Drake, can you update me of when? Because I don't even care about them 3 songs. When is the Loverboy album coming out?
Right now, no release date known. But you know, just like he did with the last one, he released the 2-pack with like God's Plan and another track on there.
He's always releasing in the summer. I feel like every Drake album has come out like pretty much in the summer-ish time.
This one was supposed to come out January, but I think due to COVID and all this, like Drake's a touring artist. You know, he's not gonna miss the bag with the album, so he's gonna hold off until the shit opens back up a little bit and he can get back on the road.
Since you said that, you saying that is literally proof of my biggest problem with Drake's lyrical content. Drake is a touring artist all year round. He is touring. Drake literally is one of the busiest people on the planet at all. He got a fucking PJ because it literally saves him time and money. There is literally no way that Drake could be as heartbroken as he writes about in these goddamn songs. He doesn't have the time to get his heart broken.
That's why
that's why I call it whiny bitch music, bro.
Maybe that's what he's sad about.
That he don't have the time to be heartbroken.
He don't have the time to really.
That he doesn't have the time to be invested in a relationship.
You don't got time.
All right, so you pop off IG thoughts and then scrub the internet of all their nudes.
That's not a life.
That is his life.
That's why he's sad.
Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to have empathy for a nigga that.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you have empathy for Drake?
No, not at all, bro.
No, but he says that. He says that on one of the new songs on the 3-pack. He says like, there's not many parallels between our lives anymore. And he's speaking to his audience who, when he first came out, it was like everybody could relate with him. Now it's just like it's just big boss talk.
Hey, shout out to the homie Danny. Danny, one of Chicago's coldest barbers, Windy City Faders. Go check him out. One of the coldest in Chicago right there.
What's good, my boy?
Hey, they saying what's good, Danny?
That's one of the 2K gang members right there.
Oh, Danny be on 2K with y'all?
Yeah, he's played 2K with me and E.
Oh, Henry saying you ass. Nah, he ain't say that shit, but I am gonna talk shit. No, but continue with what you were saying about your light skin king hide.
No,
hey, don't refer to him like that. Now when you're talking to me, dog, I'm not taking this.
Every Drake fan I know, all the Drake fans that I know, the overwhelming majority of them happen to be light skinned. Not all of them, but the overwhelming majority, which is why I call him light skin king. But before him, Chris Brown was the light skin king. And I was riding that wave. Like, I fuck with my nigga C Breezy. But right now, Drake is the king of all light skins. There is not one more light skinned person on the planet that has more power than Drake.
Bro, he's just the most successful. Like, you can't. I really don't like. I know the root of your hate for him is got to do with something with a woman, but like
no, it doesn't, bro. It literally is the fact that we went to a concert of Drake's and I was a fan of his. I paid for his motherfucking tickets. He was still performing at colleges. This is before he was even superstar Drake. Diamond, this nigga stopped the concert for 30 minutes to pick out groupies out of the crowd.
Right, ones that you might have had your eye on, and then he scooped one up, and you were like, "Damn, bro, what's up?"
And I was hurt, bro. And he hurt my feelings that day, and I will never let it go. And that shit was 11 years ago.
And we see
Okay.
that. We see that time and time again, every episode when we mention them. You know,
Literally,
but
you're the biggest Drake hater every time we get
No,
on this
no.
podcast.
Wait, hold on. Have I ever one time said that his music is not good?
yeah, every episode.
No, that's never what I said. I said that he makes high quality, whiny bitch music.
You never said high quality. It's the first time you said high quality.
I've said high quality multiple times, guys. It's all
Never
recorded. We
said-
can go back.
You've never said high quality.
Look, all I'm saying is a nigga that rich cannot be heartbroken. So to rap about songs about that, no. He can't be heartbroken as frequently as he is, which is why it's disingenuous for him to make music
But
like
he
that.
doesn't need to be frequently heartbroken. He could literally just be making different versions of songs about one situation or two situations.
And you genuinely have tricked yourself into believing that. That's crazy to
Why
me.
would I just go through all the work of like even thinking that hard? Why wouldn't I just enjoy some damn music about?
Why
like,
can't he give me more diverse of a fucking lyrical content? J. Cole can do it. Kendrick can do it. Literally
My
all of
only
his
problem
peers.
with Drake is, and I think Daylight said this, is if Drake made a song that actually mattered, it would change so much.
It literally would change the world. And he chooses not to.
Yeah. He's not gonna.
He doesn't politicize the art, and I think that's
Yeah,
why.
because his controllers tell him not to.
That could
But
be
at the
it,
end
or
of the
he
day,
could
like
be,
if I
smart
got
business.
famous, I would want to stay away from anything that could be like a very sensitive or serious topic. I would never want to talk about politics or any of that shit. I would.
Does Drake perform out in Tel Aviv?
He has been here before, I think, but I don't remember.
Isn't Drake Jewish?
Yeah,
he's
he's,
hella
he's
Jewish.
definitely been there.
He's hella Jewish. I just don't remember because when concerts happen here, you like know about it. And the most recent years, we haven't had Drake. J-Lo was here like 2 summers ago. Kanye's been here. Justin
Didn't we have a
Bieber.
podcast where we came to the conclusion that you were female Drake?
Yeah.
We definitely did black and Jewish and just light skin out here. So yeah, basically she's female Drake.
That's me, you know. I always wanted me and Drake to just end up together because I wanted to just let him know like it's meant to be, you know what I mean?
I would have hoped to be invited to the wedding. I wouldn't have been surprised if I wasn't, and I definitely would have wrote in your wedding congratulations card like your husband makes whiny bitch music.
I would tell him that you just are the biggest hater.
Oh,
Hey
man.
guys, what else has happened as of late in pop culture? So one of the things that we talked about the other day, and we put it on the Instagram page, about honestly that story's so dark, and this has been a lighthearted podcast. I don't even want to do that story. We put it on the Instagram page. This guy that they released from jail, I genuinely think that the public should be able to publicly stone this man to death. Diamond, this man raped and murdered a 20-month-old baby girl, and he got 48 years in prison, and they just released him with a little bit less than half of his sentence done. And they said that the statute that he was sentenced under is unconstitutional. So he now lives in England. He has now moved into they sent him to a black neighborhood in a halfway house. A man who raped and murdered a 20-month-old baby. And for some reason, we as a public society allow this human to continue to walk around and breathe.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Because, we try to keep the news to Chicago related shit. And that was one of the stories that popped up. So I'm like, I understand. And there's even nuances to the word pedophile. Pedophile does not mean you abuse children. It means you're sexually attracted to them.
I hate that shit. They should. I mean,
I know.
there definitely, I guess, should be a difference between the two, but
Right.
not like.
Yeah. Look,
what it is.
Look, Spicasso. So Paige. Spicasso, Paige. You've done a podcast with Paige Flowers, friend of the network. Shout out to Paige Flowers. I can't remember the name of her YouTube page right now. It's something consciousness. I don't want to fuck that up. We'll put it in the bio. But She had a caller on her podcast, Diamond. You should definitely follow her her YouTube page. But she had a caller on her, or somebody wrote in a letter to her, and they were saying how they are, by all definitions, a pedophile. They have never abused a child, but they have found themselves with the urges to even meet up with their 10-year-old cousin to do this to them. And they stopped themselves from doing it. And they literally reached out to her seeking help. And I was conflicted listening to her read this letter, because one side of me says death to all pedophiles, but realistically, there is nuance to this. And just because you're attracted to children, you may know that that is wrong, and you may genuinely want help. And that's what this person wanted. And what it made me realize is there's literally nothing in our society to help these people that don't want to offend. I don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah, that's a very difficult situation to be in, because like nobody's out here, I think, saying like, hey, you know what we should do? We should open a business, an organization for people who are pedophiles that don't want to be pedophiles. Like, I don't know.
What's the solution, guys? We're all on the conversation. We're all here.
Yeah,
we
I
all
know.
know
This is, my mind's going to like so many places right now. It's like,
what the fuck do we do?
Man, bury him under the jail for me.
Oh no.
The thing is, I don't think
the dude that did it
has the
already.
power to kill another man, or not the power, but the responsibility to kill any other man, but to lock another man up because he's fucking
a menace to society.
Yeah, fucking lock his ass up. But then you have the problem with that is the men who are locking the other men up become corrupt, and they're doing it themselves, and they have all the power. So how do we stop people who are responsible for locking people up?
So Picasso, I don't know if you were on the podcast. Diamond was actually saying in Israel right now, kindergartners can walk themselves to school. You know, like it's not a big deal. It's fairly safe for them to do this type of shit. And at one point in time in America, it was that way. What is going on in Israel that is not going on here that we need to change and adopt so that shit, look, Ide is a fucking young father. Henry's a fucking young father. Bruce is a fucking stepdad. We're literally, Picasso's on the way. We're literally sitting here all knowing that this shit is a problem, all knowing that we can't answer it all with violence, but there's literally nothing out here to help these people who are clearly sick. And even though we disagree with their fucking disease and what it causes, these motherfuckers still need help. What the fuck do we do about that shit?
Yo,
Well, how do you help somebody who's not seeking help? Like,
how do you help someone who has, because there's sex trafficking rings and stuff. How do you help the people that have more power than you and more like literally people that have like
you cannot. Picasso, you can only help people who want to be helped. Exclude the rest of them because they catch our wrath.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's like to in order to help somebody, they gotta admit first that they have a problem.
Right.
A lot of times,
so taboo.
I mean,
how are you
somebody
going to get
committing
that
an
started?
act. Right. Unless they might start it when they already commit an act and they've already tainted some child's life for the rest of their life by committing said act. Right. So it's like even when they're ready to admit they got a problem, it's already too late. You know, like I don't know if there's
so like
how do you catch
shout
this
out Paige Flowers for what she doing, to be honest. And I think that being done on a larger scale, like that's a service that honestly should be almost like tax funded, probably.
Expound on that. What is she doing?
You were off the call for this portion, but Paige actually had a caller write into her or email her into her platform a couple of months back, wherein this person was a pedophile by definition, which only means that they are sexually attracted to children. But this person had never done it, and they were in their late teens. I think the person was like either 15 or 17. And they even said at one point they wanted to invite their little cousin who was 10 years old over to the crib so that they could molest them. But they stopped themselves from doing it because they know how wrong it is, but they literally have zero outlet to fucking do anything about
some sort of help for, yeah. Man, I mean, so that young man or woman, whoever it is, like, shit, just the fact that they're able to identify this attraction at such an early age, I'd say, like, if you're in your teens and feeling like this, like, he's already ahead of the, you know. The next thing I would say is, like, therapy. Go talk to somebody, and I'm sure there's a root cause that's so, you know, where that attraction stems from. You know, like, I don't think anybody's just attracted to children and like born that way. You know,
no. So here's the thing, we just like people are bipolar, just like people are schizophrenic, we have to assume that people can be born this way. Maybe it happens by trauma, right? Maybe.
And that's what I'm getting at. Like, I think some sort of traumatic event that maybe they're not even aware of, and for whatever,
or they have put a mental block on.
Yeah, and something in that person's life where, like, now instead of, you know, like your average male in those years would be looking, you know, for a girl who looks good or whatever, but to him, whatever block there that exists is like causing him to look at kids, you know, like, I don't know. But I definitely
society needs something like that's a place where our tax dollars could go, where I'd be cool with it, preventing more pedophiles or pedophiles from abusing.
This was a very rough idea.
This is such a oh, sorry, go ahead.
This is a very rough idea that I had in my head thinking about a solution for this. So if you want to say that, or in a lot of cases that people who are pedophiles or have those types of desires,
proclivities,
are because of some type of like trauma event that usually stems from they were molested as a kid or something like that, or they were.
There's a high percentile
like that.
There's a high percentile.
My brain instantly went to, how do you kill the desire to even do that in the first place? And then the first response, the first thought, which is why it's just a rough idea, was kill all the bloodlines of
known
pedophiles. Not like people who want to, but people who have like.
Yeah, no, here's the problem with that, because that could mean we're all dead. You know, it's easy for us. It's easy for us to all say. It's easy for us to all say. Right. It's easy for us to all say that. Oh, I ain't no pedophiles in my family. Not one of us knows that. Not one of us can say that 100%.
No, have you guys ever seen? I think it was like a documentary or something, like where there's literally, and I forget what state this is in, but there's a whole like trailer park type community.
Oh, where nudists.
No. They're actual pedophiles. Like, they've all been convicted, and now I don't know if this is funded by the government or it could possibly be, but pretty much this whole like trailer park community was built so that any convicted, you know, pedophile, child rapist, whatever crime against children, they are immediately upon release from prison situated in this area, right?
It's like a halfway house but a trailer park,
right? And then so like the crew or the network who actually went there to like interview these people, they were talking about, you know, the whole spiel was like, you know, people look at pedophilia as just like this one thing when it's really like
a broad scope of things.
Illness. Yeah. So it's like, you know, they were trying to put this, and at the time, you know, I was like, no, like, it just seemed like they were trying to normalize shit. But, you know, it could possibly be like this is just how somebody's born. I don't know, but I mean, if that is the case, like studying this more, and investing more money toward this, like there's many ways to do this, like that much smarter people than myself.
I think the majority of people with money are involved in a lot of those types of rings. So the thing is, money being invested into it is we need a solution in which poor people can do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like people who have nothing can contribute.
No, like look, they spend money on, for example, Biden just passed a bill, and I'm not passing an opinion on this at all. Diamond, I did want to get back to your opinion. Like,
before you get to that bill, real quick, I do have to go. Just want to say the state.
Picasso, much appreciated, sir. Appreciate you joining in on us. And I know Diamond's going to be going to sleep soon because it's what
it's 1 a.m. I gotta go to bed.
Diamond, cut it out. Tomorrow is Sunday. You don't do shit on Sundays.
Sunday is Monday in Israel.
Hey, go stream Yan. My boy Picasso.
Oh yeah, dropped a new single called
You work on Sundays?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so Sunday is Monday in Israel for real? Like y'all start work?
Yeah. It's the first day.
That's how like what's the time difference, Diamond?
8 hours.
I'm 8 hours ahead.
We go back an hour or two or some shit. Daylight saving. I don't know, some shit.
They don't do that shit over there. They're close to the equator.
We do. No, we're not.
Hey, Isaiah, you got to treat your platform more responsibly, sir.
No, I'm spreading that fake news while she's on the platform to tell me I'm wrong.
Yo. Y'all tell I'm like half asleep right now.
Yeah, you definitely can. At one point, you looked like Paula Abdul for some reason. Paula Abdul be out here. When she was sitting on that board, she would be fucking wasted, is what I hear. I don't know if that's true at all.
80s video right now, and I'm half asleep.
Yeah, Paula Abdul, fresh out of an 80s
y'all started
video.
talking about pedophiles when I was falling asleep. I was like, God damn, like.
Yeah, let's switch it up, man.
I said, if you remember, I said I didn't want to do the topic because it was heavy, and then Daniel was like, "No, I'll say that." Yeah, because you pressured me. Your peer pressure made me.
I didn't even know what you were about to talk about. You were literally like, "I don't want to bring up this heavy topic."
All right. So Diamond doesn't think that Cardi B makes irresponsible thought music. I disagreed with that. We talked about that's basically what you said. I talked about the light skin king. Diamond talked about her OnlyFeet page. Is there anything else that anybody else wanted to bring up and talk about?
Can I just say that I didn't talk about Drake? You brought him up and forced me into talking about him. Literally. So I just want to clarify.
Yeah.
Well, you're our musical in right now, and you just like none of us got our ear to the streets like you, Ide.
You know, I'm tapped in on the pavement. You know, what can I say?
Hey, so Diamond, when your OnlyFeet page makes a good amount of money, I'm gonna need you to take the network on a trip to Israel, or at the very least Cali. You're gonna have to fly. You're gonna have to flew us out somewhere.
Y'all gonna get flued out.
We're gonna have to get flued out by you.
My tow money.
Hey, look, if not everybody, at least 3 of us. Look, we gonna draw straws or some shit. I'm getting one, but everybody else can just draw straws, and you just flued out 3 of us.
It's 3 of you.
I'll flute myself out.
No, it's not the same as getting flued out. I want to know what it feels like one time to be a bad bitch. I want to get flued out.
Only once that only face is popping, and like Diamond, you know what I'm saying? You out here in these feet streets, then I'll accept the flued out.
Oh no, that's the only scenario in which we're taking it. Once the OnlyFeet page is popping.
Yeah. As soon as I touch down, you got to be there waiting for us off when we get off the runway.
With the feet out too, like that. You know how?
Like, once I start selling my feet, I'm gonna just hide my feet. You can never look at them.
And you gotta have like socks on and then like slowly tease them off. You know.
You can never look at my feet for free.
Hey, Henry was saying something.
I charge to these, son.
Oh, no, yeah, big facts. Diamond, is there anything that we should know about that's going on in Israel right now? How does Israel feel about Joe Biden?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
Hey, I feel you on that. That's the best fucking answer.
Hey, you guys see this? It's trending #1 on Twitter right now. Like 40. There's it's some hashtag like Trump to jail. Hold on, let me read it to you. 45 transition to prison.
Wait, are they actually like?
No, Diamond. I don't even know what this is about, but here's what I will tell you. Every American president for at least the last 50 years has been a war criminal, has violated all types of human rights. Every single one of them. Ain't none of them niggas going to jail. Trump ain't going to jail.
No, people are saying that like the Trump's attorneys and shit like that were reaching out to them if they had even used this hashtag, and that's why it's trending right now, because like people just started running it up to piss them off.
I don't know what. Oh yeah, I see.
Right?
It's right here.
What? Stimulus checks are happening though, right?
Yeah, I guess stimmies are supposed to be coming, and this is another reason that people should have an issue with American politics. So basically, y'all blocked us from getting money when we needed it because the politician that was in office isn't what the establishment wanted. Y'all they could have been gave us this bread, but they didn't want to give it to us while Trump was in office.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? His family's literally out here losing their homes, motherfuckers losing their businesses and shit. And like, y'all playing politics? Like, both sides, Republicans and Democrats, fuck all these dick eaters.
Fuck them all.
That's the world we live in.
Fuck them all.
Diamond, did you get a stimmy?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I'm trying to get the next one.
Oh, okay. She was like, damn, my account has not been stimulated yet.
I'm taking full advantage of my dual citizenship.
Passport.
What'd you say, Henry, about your passport?
I said a U.S. citizen born and never left the country can't get a stimmy. They on bullshit, bro.
Wait, what?
Henry can't get no stimmy.
Why?
I think child support and then some other shit. I don't know.
I read that if you owe anything like that, like it shouldn't impede on you getting the stimmy.
You heard?
No, I read it.
Some process you have to go through. You might have to do like some kind of online application, something. Because I only got it because I had actually did some kind of. I filled out a form for people who haven't filed taxes in the last.
On the IRS website.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say too, Henry. If you haven't filed for your taxes for this year yet, when you do go to file your taxes, talk to the person who's doing your taxes, because apparently, if you didn't receive the first or the second one, there's a line in your tax return shit that you can say, no, I did not receive it, and you're supposed to get it with your tax return. So.
Definitely, I'll look into that. Thank you, appreciate it. I'll definitely look into that.
Yeah, talk to your person.
All right, guys, is there anything we want to touch on before we let Diamond get out of here? We only got her hostage for, once every 6 months, apparently. So is there any other questions because we so rarely have such a sharing and open female companion on the podcast, is there anything else that we wanted to touch base with her on outside of her OnlyFeets page?
So next time we're gonna have to move, and definitely let us know next. We know when you move back abroad, and we'll definitely have more conversations for sure.
Diamond, one thing that would be dope for you. One thing that would be dope for your YouTube page, Diamond, you should definitely record and chronicle your trip moving from Israel back to America.
I thought about that. It'll be.
You should.
It might be interesting.
Look, just record all the footage. We could link you with like somebody who can edit it all for you, and then you just record a podcast over it.
True. If I do that, I'll let you know. Because one thing I learned about when I did the YouTube stuff, I was kind of like, I don't know, this is a lot, you have
there's a lot, right?
It's a lot more than you realize. Like, you have to constantly be recording yourself. You have to be dedicated to recording yourself.
That's why we just go live with our Zoom calls now, because it's way fucking easier to just do the shit live.
Right. Yeah, the editing.
Yeah. Let people get it raw, and then the clips can be highly edited.
Right. Right.
But I appreciate every single one of you guys. This paint and sip's going to be some awesome tonight.
Have fun, guys.
Henry, Bruce, tell the people about the paint and sip before we get up out of here.
Hi, go ahead.
Yeah, come through Patty's Day Paint and Sip tonight at 7:30. And we're doing 50% off on tickets right now. So
got time to book now. Definitely.
4152 West Armitage, Widmore Insurance Building.
Barbecue chicken with some spaghetti for the dinner entree tonight. It's gonna be fire.
Come pay at the door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come to the door.
Yeah, you come to the door. You know, you gotta buy online. Come, pay the door. You can pay cash. You know, we also take credit debit cards. We do have a machine to be able to take your any payment. Samsung, Google Pay, Apple Pay. We can take all of those. Cash App, Zelle. You know, we got all of those options. So definitely, it's 50% off. So definitely, you got time. There's another 2.5 hours, 3 hours before we get started. So stop by to take a look at what we got going on and paint a masterpiece with Bruce.
Hey, that's what we're gonna call the paint and sip when we bring them back. It's gonna be paint a masterpiece with Bruce.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in that bitch tomorrow, man.
If you have any pictures and flyers and stuff for this one, send it to me so I can post it on my story.
Got you. We'll send it immediately.
Okay.
All right, guys. Much appreciated. Love every single one of you guys. I'll be back at the studio at some point tonight, or I won't, but I think I will. Or I won't, but I think I will. But either way, I think I gotta come back up there.
Isaiah, you're drunk. Be quiet.
No, I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not drunk. I was more so just talking about how I may or may not come back to the studio. Drunk me, you'll know. You'll definitely know.
He would have been screaming about
I know. I think I know.
He would have been screaming about Trump hashtag if he was drunk right now.
You seen how I just moved right past it, bro. I'm ignoring all politics. All of these bitches are scum. All of them. Every single one of them. I don't want to hear nothing from none of them.
You might be a little bit drunk now.
I'm going to bed. I love you guys.
All right, Diamond. Have a great one. You be safe. It's 1 a.m. in Israel.
Yes.
Shout out Israel.
1:17.
All right. You have a good night. Be safe. Dream about your OnlyFeet page.
Okay, I will. Good night.
All right. All right, guys. Like everybody said, guys. St. Patty's Day Paint and Sip, 4152 West Armitage. If you need to show up at the door, show up at the door. If you come and we're booked, we're gonna accommodate it and make it happen. Let's make it happen, guys. Tonight is the night. We're painting some dope shit. Bruce has somehow figured out a way to incorporate fucking St. Patty's Day with a Chicago legend, Bishop Don Magic Juan. This is gonna be a really fucking dope event tonight. Is there anything that I'm forgetting, guys, that we need? You could go to mogulminds.net if you need to buy the tickets. Go to mogulminds.net. You can go to mogulminds.net, or you could go to any of our social media pages. They're going to be on there. You can also inbox us. We can get you the tickets there. Henry, I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting, sir?
Boxes for 50% off tickets. I don't know what you're forgetting, but just based on the future, we got big plans. We got going on here at the network. We making moves, so definitely stay tuned for more future events.
You talking too far from the mic, bro.
I'm not going to repeat what I just said, but
no. We could hear most of it. You just sounded very far. Now you're much closer to the snowball.
But yeah, just everyone have a wonderful week. Definitely any creators that want to fuck with us or see what we got going on or want to do some collaborations, definitely hit us up.
I guess before we get out of here, let me get a drop from Sean real quick. Before we end this live chat. Hey, Sean, tell them what you do. Where they follow you at Chicago Bears Barber, at Tonsor Shop, at Cubs by Sean. Come check him out. This man is out here putting in work. I'm about to get my shit whipped up right after this gentleman right here. But
you about to get your head drawn on again?
Whoa, no, sir. This is called SMP. This is a medical procedure. It's really a cosmetic procedure. It's no different than getting your eyelashes or eyebrows tattooed on like the older Mexican women. This is the same concept, except it's for my lining. But it is called SMP. It's a little bit different. The nigga didn't draw on me. It's more like a tattoo. You said it like the nigga did with a number 2 pencil.
I don't know, enjoy noodles and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? This was a blast. I had fun.
Sharpie, fuck you mean, boy.
Henry, I see you with the workout shit, bro. Keep doing that shit. That shit looks dope. I'm gonna definitely have to hit you up about this stomach that I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to do something about that.
The COVID stomach.
Get workout together, bro, man. Fuck it, come let's get a workout in, man. I'm with it. I'm always down to get workouts. I know I want to get some workouts in with Bruce too, man. We trying to all, team get.
And Henry does do remote sessions.
Yeah. No, but I mean, definitely, like, you know what I'm saying? I see the grind, and I'm definitely thinking about, I don't know if you do like, some nutritionist shit as well, like, or you just solely focus on the exercise side of it.
I do have I do have a nutrition certificate, and I have studied it, and I do it on myself and other clients. I mean, I wouldn't, that's not my main thing, but I do have that knowledge, and I do offer like nutrition packages to people too and shit. So definitely, and nutrition advice in general, definitely you can holler. So I'm with all that, bro. I'm all with mental health, physical health, the right way.
Mind, body, and spirit. I feel you, bro.
And spirit, that's all I'm about right now. So definitely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bruce, man, congrats again. Keep doing your shit, man. I'm loving the fucking pain sips. I'm gonna be in that bitch tomorrow with my guy. You know what I'm saying? And we'll turn up. Y'all have a good one tonight. And I look forward to seeing y'all, man.
All right, bro. I appreciate it. But,
yes, sir. All right, Isaiah, you go ahead, get tatted up.
Tatted up. That's hilarious. All right,
he got a ball. He tatted up. He got a ball.
Love. See all you guys.